Let's see. Will Lightroom start working?
Can you log into this server that no one has access to but this entire group?
What?
Pretty much, what I'm saying is, I'm making just a joke.
Oh, a joke? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like, oh, there's a problem with this server. Well, no one else has access to log in but this one group.
Right.
Can you log in and check this server? Nah. Roll truck. Oh, okay, well, that's not going to solve anything. Well, we need a tech on site to troubleshoot anything.
Oh my god.
You need to log into the server to fix frequency. Yeah, we need a tech on site to go through the diagnostics. Tech goes on site.
They can't change frequencies in their quad modulator? That's great.
Tech goes on site. Calls in.
Right.
Oh, we don't need a tech on site. I'm not sure why you got a tech out there. Well, guess what? We're still not going to fix the issue.
Right.
Hey, what happened to this issue? Why isn't it fixed? Oh, well, we need a tech on site to fix this issue.
Oh my god.
And it goes on and on, my friend.
So is it like, was that like a, just a channel assignment on like the,
No, it's just the whole device is connecting to the network.
Oh, okay.
Something simple like that.
Oh yay, Chrome's crashing.
What was with that SNMP thing today too? That was some bullshit.
Oh,
Well,
they disabled all
we can't use SNMP because that will break the devices. And it's like, what? Like, you can use SNMP to like change configuration if you have the authentication credentials to do that. But it'd have to be a really shitty device if you query a device for like, if you query a DOCSIS modem for like what its statistics are and it just fucking dies, then there's a bigger issue. You can't just stop the techs on your network from having SNMP access to stuff because it might brick tuning adapters. What the fuck?
Now, let's just disable any kind of access to diagnostics that you had to actually figure out problems.
Oh, God.
ISPs are rotting from the inside core outwards. But don't worry, Wednesday.
Wednesday?
Yeah.
So why is Wednesday the switch day? Why wouldn't they wait like a 6-month window to like slowly figure things out?
Nope, vans are already changing. There's not even...
Seriously?
Yeah.
It's fucking fast.
Yep. They're really already repainting stuff.
Seriously?
Yeah.
That was fast.
God, that was fast. I remember when Adelphia got bought out, and it took them like a good 6 months to
Not wasting any time.
Wow. God, man. So like, how do they do like the DNCS and the CMTS configs and stuff like that? Like, did they?
Who knows?
Well, because the thing is,
Well, there's no engineers really working on them anymore, so.
well, yeah, because they're all quitting. But I mean, the other network uses a different config
Oh,
profile.
but I guarantee you.
Yeah, so you can't just
They're just going like this. Smash them together, and then there you go.
You can't just deploy that in a region.
Well, that's gonna have that's the work. Yep, that's it.
You can't do that.
So every region has.
Wait! Oh my god, I wonder if the one client at work is going to get out of the contract. Do you remember how there's a client at work who's stuck in an $8,000 a month contract for the Metro Ethernet link between the two buildings? I wonder if they can get out of the contract legally now.
They probably could, but
I wonder if they can. I should tell them to figure that out because
it will no longer be Time Warner Cable.
Because it'll no longer
be Charter.
What?
And they contract. Well, yeah, but I wonder if when they buy them out, all the contracts are still valid. I bet there's some clause.
There's probably a loophole.
I don't know, man. Because that's $8,000 a month that they could save on that Metro link. That's fucking ridiculous. God, what a week for you. I am so sorry. This has been a crazy week for.
It's been a crazy month.
Crazy month, yeah. Well, did you find out at the same time that the media found out?
No, media found out first, and then they told us.
Oh.
What?
Oh, that's great.
That's fucking great. Well, we're just going to tell our employees later, like, even though there's news articles all about this, this cable network completely going under. And, yeah. Well, okay. And we'll just tell our employees later.
Well, my
Like, you sending me links to, like, the actual articles of news was I'd see your news links first when you send it to me, and then get a corporate email, like, maybe 2 days later.
Wow.
Because, ISP, a communication company, cannot communicate.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Okay, time to restart the laptop again because Chrome is eternally crashing.
There you go.
Thank you, Chrome, for being broken as.
Hey, at least it's not Reaper with the font anti-aliasing.
Oh,
I gotta find that video. We gotta play that on the show.
Did you hear about this?
Did you see the video, Pharaoh, of that? For this,
Okay.
we'll explain it during the show. But basically, font anti-aliasing killed my entire computer. All right, so I'm just gonna post that in the show notes real quick. I'm gonna title it "A Small Font Anti-Aliasing Bug." You know what? I'm gonna change the title of the YouTube video on my channel to that: "A Small Font Anti-Aliasing Bug." A small font.
What is this?
You'll see during the show, man. It's so good. It's just.
Well, you know what font anti-aliasing is?
Yeah, you know what that is?
Do you know what font anti-aliasing does on a computer?
It like kind of offsets like a guy.
No, it basically.
Okay. Well, there's different types of font anti-aliasing. Some of it is subpixel anti-aliasing. For instance,
Okay, we don't need to get this
Microsoft has a version.
How about
Microsoft's version?
Okay,
again.
Microsoft has a version of subpixel anti-aliasing called ClearType. Have you ever seen ClearType? Like the setting for it in Windows.
Are you talking about the? Wait, is this like better one or is this like the normal Windows?
No, it's just the normal one.
Oh, I fucking hate that.
Okay,
Pick this one.
Okay, yeah. Guess what? It crashes that entire computer.
Yep.
If you turn it on and then do something in a menu on a program, the entire computer freezes.
Kernel panic. Complete kernel panic.
No, it does not kernel panic. The kernel locks up. If it panicked, it would. That's actually what it should do. Is it would
panic. Blue screen.
Yeah, it would like blue screen, but it doesn't even do that. It just the whole interface locks up. Like numlock doesn't do anything. Like the whole interface is frozen, and the video driver won't. Windows won't restart the video driver either. It just the whole kernel locks up. Literally font smoothing freezes the computer. It's so great. We made a video of it, and we're gonna show it during the show. It's so great. Oh man. We think it's an Intel bug, specifically with the Skylake GPU that's on there. That's what we think it is. ClearType does suck in 7. However, in 8.1 and in 10, ClearType is much better because the way they do the subpixel anti-aliasing, they kind of revised it a little bit. And one of the primary reasons for that is because in Windows 8.1, or Windows 8 and Windows 8.1, and also in Windows 10, Microsoft realized that people were going to be using tablets. And for anybody who's ever taken your computer monitor, if you've ever taken your computer monitor and flipped it on its side, you'll know that like the text just looks like ass, right? Like it's just so hard to read. Well, one of the reasons for that is because when you have a monitor on a desk, normally your pixels are like RGB, red, green, blue, whatever. When you rotate the monitor, you change the rotation of those pixels. So if you have an algorithm that's trying to smooth fonts on your screen and do subpixel anti-aliasing, it needs to be aware of that so that it can actually change how it does the subpixel anti-aliasing. So Microsoft fixed that in 8.1 and in 10. The other difference with 8.1 and 10 is there's a new API called DirectWrite, and DirectWrite allows programs to get a little bit more fine-tuned on like how they do the kerning and stuff like that with the subpixel anti-aliasing. So yeah, ClearType is much better in 8.1 and 10, but in 7, I totally agree, it sucks. Also, with high DPI scaling, subpixel anti-aliasing is much nicer than it is on just like regular 96 DPI scaled screens. However, if you want to do DPI scaling, you're also going to want to have 8.1 or 10 installed because they do DPI scaling way better than Windows 7 does DPI scaling. Let's not talk about DPI scaling. Let's not talk about color management either. I'm looking at you, Chrome. You won't fucking... I hate that. You notice that too. How Chrome, if an image doesn't have an sRGB tag, it won't color space convert it. And it's like, fuck.
I wonder what it would do if I put an S-Log profiled picture into it.
Well, if the image is tagged, it will work. But I don't know. Does that actually embed the...
It embeds
the ICC
into
profile?
the EXIF data.
If it embeds the ICC profile into the image, then it should work. But it's kind of funny because on that computer over there, which has a wide gamut monitor, you can open up Chrome and then open up Safari and just like play a YouTube video, and the color is completely different because the monitor has an ICC applied to it that's supposed to do color space conversion, and Chrome doesn't do it on things that aren't tagged with sRGB. In Firefox, you actually have the option. You can go to the options menu in Firefox and you can tell it whether you want it to convert tagged images only or convert images that are untagged and assume that they're sRGB. In fact, I think they're going to add an option soon where you can actually specify what you'd like it to assume. So for instance, you could tell it to assume that images are Adobe RGB. which is really cool. Meanwhile, we're waiting for CJ still. And I have the History of Japan video queued up.
So,
What?
Lightroom does not like my Sony RAW files.
Is the latest version of Lightroom?
Do
Do you have the latest RAW compatibility thing?
It's not the latest version of Lightroom. It's the 2015.1.
That's probably why. Didn't the Mark II only come out? This is the Mark II, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, didn't that come out like after that?
2015.
Well, yeah, but
Well, I installed the Sony driver package.
well, yeah, but Lightroom needs RAW
Lightroom.
compatibility.
But Lightroom. Well, this is the Sony RAW driver.
Well, yeah, but the RAW driver's just for Explorer, right?
I have no fucking clue.
I'm pretty sure it's just so that Explorer can view the files.
Whatever it is.
Yeah, it's
Shit be
probably all it
broken.
is.
I better fix it.
Yeah, you're gonna have to update Lightroom. You want to use my Creative Cloud account? I'll have to unauthorize all my machines to sign you up.
Okay.
The best thing ever is when someone emails me a fucking PDF and I have to deauthenticate Creative Cloud on one of my computers to open a PDF with a free program. Fucking Adobe Reader is free, and it's like, oh, you need to deauthenticate your computer, and then I go to like edit photos on like that computer over
This
there.
is why I use the built-in Windows PDF reader now.
Oh, yeah, but that's not the point. The point is Creative Cloud is a piece of shit. That's
Yeah.
like Adobe software is
point has been made.
fantastic. Adobe software's great. It's fun. It's good. Just Creative Cloud.
Yep.
Just the
Yep.
Creative Cloud utility. Piece of shit.
Can agree. I hear a person entering the door.
Knock, knock, open the door. It's religion. That was so great. They just wanted to sell things. Like books and guns and Jesus. All right. Hey, CJ.
Hi.
God, I could really use one of those reds right now.
Can somebody close over the door?
Yeah.
Can you close over the door?
All the way?
Yeah, sure. Can you see that blue hoodie right there?
Yeah.
Can you grab that and hand it to me? I want to wear it. I'm gonna put the fan on, and that's gonna get colder in here, so I wanna wear a hoodie.
Oh god.
To make that work.
Here we go.
Oh god!
Step on chairs.
I don't step on chairs. It's rude.
Okay. But you do step on beds.
Dog.
And he steps on fursuiters.
He
I'm a dog. I also do that.
he steps inside fursuiters.
Damn right I do.
Homer.
Oh.
Follow my AD account. Actually,
I do follow your AD account.
I
It was
know.
pretty 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10.
8 out of 10. Woo!
I need to bump my rating bill up a little bit.
It's good stuff.
Did you shave?
Sophos, I haven't sent any yet. Just make sure you run the app once, Sophos. I'll send them in a moment.
No.
Um,
I'm gonna hit people I don't like favorite.
Time for USB sticks that cost $700.
hey, be nice to him. He's about to lose his job.
I heard it. I just wanted to stroke his face. That's all I wanted to do.
Smooth.
This
It is
fucking
smooth.
USB
really
stick.
surprised, Actually, I wasn't surprised. You were always smooth.
Yeah,
He's a fox.
he is a fox.
This fucking USB stick is $700.
Jesus.
It is. Oh, is that the iLock?
No, it's not an iLock even.
This is your
WYSIWYG.
WYSIWYG.
Yep.
Fucking WYSIWYG.
What is that?
What?
It's an authenticator key
This
for
is
some
the-
software.
It's the authenticator for WYSIWYG. Not even the latest version of WYSIWYG.
No, it's for a 3-year-old version
which
of
is broken
a CAD
as fuck.
suite.
It's broken as hell. WYSIWYG is such a piece of shit. Well, no, okay.
The
I
new
apologize.
versions are pretty fucking great now.
WYSIWYG is overpriced.
It's $6,000 for the full license.
And that's
$6
and that does
grand.
not that does not come with updates either.
No, it comes with 1 year of updates.
1 year
Then
only.
you're done.
Okay.
Then you're done.
Yeah. $6,000, man. So what about like what does the Hog DMX thing cost?
Like a DMX output node.
Yeah.
Depends on how many universes of output you want. A single universe of output is $760. 4 universes is $1,400, and 8 universes is $2,100.
How does that compare to Grand MA?
It's cheaper.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Well, wait. Is Grand MA software paid? Because
No,
isn't
it's
Hog
hardware paid.
It's hardware
Or
paid.
sorry, no, Hog is cheaper than Grand MA.
Oh, okay. I was just
That's
gonna
what I
say
meant.
because Hog software is free too, right?
Yeah, all
Right.
of this lighting software is free with the exception of like ETC Nomad and Jans Vista. and then it's just the hardware that you pay for.
Yeah, but we're not doing theater with stuff, so let's not talk about Jans.
No, theater. Jans is not theater. EOS is theater.
Well, what would Jans be appropriate for then? Isn't that appropriate for like
churches?
Churches. Okay.
That's what they're actually designed for, is churches,
That
where you
would
have
make
some
sense.
idiot who doesn't know lighting trying to
but
run
can
the
use
lighting
it-
system, but can use a touch screen and therefore can poke at lights on a touch screen and point at a thing and say, "Go there, do that."
Yep. I'll never forget when you were running the MFF dance with the Jans Vista, and you were so angry.
I was
Like
so
every time I came up to you, you were just frustrated. Like you just had this look on your face. Like you just.
I had the stare going on.
Yep.
What the fuck is this piece of technology doing? Stare.
I made it.
Hi. How's it going, CJ?
I made it.
You made it.
I made it.
You made it. You made it.
I think so.
Okay.
car.
I don't know. Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna do that a little bit. Oh yeah.
Oh
down
yeah.
and
Get me
dirty.
in there, Dad. Put me in the game, Coach.
All right. So that camera's out. That camera's not set up yet.
It's the CAD software, and it's randomly rotating the camera sideways.
Oh. Okay.
Oh, that'd be appropriate for Eurovision.
Yep.
It's actually a piece of software that just emulates everything you do in Eurovision. Camera rotate. All right. So that's camera. Oh, that's surprisingly.
It
well
does
set up.
things like this. Whoa, that was not what I expected. I'm going to.
Hate when that happens.
That is actually that software WYSIWYG. Basically, the entire motto of that software is, well, that wasn't what I expected. Pretty much, that's how it works. Like you'll add a light to like a rig on a stage, and it will just be so bright that the entire screen will go white, and you're like, oh, well, that's not
And
what I
it's
expected.
supposed to be like the dimmest fixture you have in your rig. It's like I was
the most random shit.
I was trying to do some pre-visualization work for Apocalypse last year, and so we were gonna put little LED blocks inside the truss to make it have this like cool glowing effect.
Yeah.
And I grabbed the shittiest, tiniest LED unit I could find in WYSIWYG. I put them in the ends of the truss. Then I turned them on, and they were brighter than the 1,000 watt spotlights we had in the rig.
Oh jeez.
Here, hold on. I think I have pictures of this still.
Don't forget when you move the camera view around and stuff just randomly disappears.
Oh yeah, that happens. The rendering engine's so broken that it like you'll be looking at something head on. It's like, okay, I can see all the lights, I can see all the beams. You move 20 degrees off center, and suddenly half of the lights have disappeared. A truss is now floating 3 feet higher than it should be, and some of the yokes, some of the moving head yokes, they're still working, but like the actual light inside of it is just gone.
Hey, Farrah, could you lean in real quick? Just, all right. That camera looks pretty centered, I think, right? How about that?
Better.
That looks good. Okay.
Here, some photos for you.
Keep in mind that version of the software was at 1.6 grand.
Yeah.
Of course, that's an older version,
So
but still.
notice there's supposed to be lights inside those things. They're just empty yolks.
Wait, there's an Urban Dictionary page for WYSIWYG. Oh,
This was it trying to interpret DMX inputs. This was supposed to be all of the lighting fixtures pointing straight down and in full white. And they're sideways and strobing and multicolored. And then, oh yeah, so here's the...
CJ has eyes.
I do. I need to look at this.
So here's what Apocalypse was going to be last year. So notice, it looks pretty normal. Looks like a pretty decent rig. And then that's what it looks like when I tried to put the little LED box in.
Holy fuck.
Wait, I can't. I wish I could see.
It's actually pretty great.
So, here's what the rig should look like normally.
Okay.
And, that's what it looked like with the dimmest LED box I could find in the truss.
Jesus.
Holy shit.
It's a little broken, huh? Like that
Just a
to
weird
that.
bit.
Like, I think you
slightly
probably
broken.
could see that from space.
Yeah.
No, I think you probably could. That'd be like the spotlights.
It'd be like that thing that they do at the IMAX where it's like, you could see the lamp in this projector from the moon.
From space.
Just aim them all at the entry to the dance so that like everyone walks in, they just can't see anything.
Get blinded.
Yep, there we go. Now I don't have to spend any more money on the lighting rig.
Exactly. There you go.
Yep, just blind everybody.
With science and LED lights.
Blind everybody with science.
Oh yeah, so you were at MFF 2 years ago, right?
Yeah.
You remember the big wall of LED things at the back? That was 500,000 lumens of LEDs.
What con was this?
This was at MFF 2 years ago.
Oh god, that rig.
The giant wall of LEDs at the
You know what's
back.
great is in Revit's video of that
Oh, yeah, I
con,
remember
you can
that.
see that that wall just clips his camera every time it goes
Yep.
on. That's pretty great.
Yep, each of those lights puts out something like 25,000 lumens, aka those fluorescents in the background there put out like a couple hundred lumens
All right, there we go.
total.
So now we got moving camera. Awesome. That preset there, cool. So then Pharaoh preset. And awesome.
I should probably connect to the chat.
That camera's all set up there. There's people moaning.
I was like, my people.
That's the call of my. That's
It's the call.
The call of my people.
It's like the conch shell, but like
A magic conch. Bow, 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 now. All right, so I need to send out tweets. Bow, bow, bow.
fuck.
No, there's just something I wanted to watch because it was stupid fucking Americans.
Oh, okay.
Where like they took their drunk, passed out friend and surfboarded him down the stairs.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
All right, guys. Hopefully we'll start soon. Sorry
I'm
we're a little
so
late.
glad that my friends aren't that much of a dick. Like,
Well, I mean, you sure about that, Pharaoh?
Yeah.
Are you?
because I'd probably kill you if you ever did something like that.
You wouldn't even know. You'd be drunk and passed out.
What if he
I
kills
think
him?
you would know. I think you would know.
Oh, by the way, don't forget that we've got this now.
That was bullshit.
Oh god.
You need to hold it up to the mic though. But if there's ever something bullshit, you can just.
Bullshit detected. Take precautions.
Oh jeez. Just what we need. One more thing. Oh no.
One more random hemispherical object to smash.
I feel like I should be looking at porn to keep up my
Oh god, the snaps are mowing in chat.
Oh dear
my
God.
thing. My reputation. I just need to look at porn. Oh yeah. Oh shit. No, I don't want to fucking update. No. You
Japan is an island by the sea filled with volcanoes and it's
That's pretty hot, isn't it? You think this is hot?
Oh yes.
Okay. It's pretty sexy.
Let me see. I want to see.
Put it on the camera.
Does it have a dick?
Yes, it does.
Yes, it does.
Oh
have
wow,
penis.
wow, wow, that's a lot of.
See, look at his face. He's like,
Yeah, there's like cum all
there's
down there.
cum in his, all
That's
over
actually
his
really
muzzle.
kind of messy, actually.
But it's in a pool,
That's
so
a lot of semen to clean up, though.
Yeah.
I mean,
That
like,
is a lot of semen. That's
Yeah.
kind of it's kind of hot though.
It is, a little bit. I don't know. I could
Would you
go
give
with
somebody a blowjob on the edge of a pool? Would you?
I don't know.
Maybe.
This is an open question. Pharaoh?
Maybe.
Yeah, fair. I don't know.
Pharaoh.
No.
Depends. Do I have to clean out the pool filter after?
No.
Okay.
No,
good.
it's not your
No.
pool.
Oh, okay.
It's someone else's pool.
Okay.
I would never give a blowjob on the edge of my pool. That means I have to clean the filter.
I love how that was just automatically assumed by you. Like that's how it would work.
If it was my pool, hell no. You get that blowjob out of here. You go do that somewhere else.
Oh my god.
Yep. Pretty much straight right.
All right, so we should be almost ready to go, guys. Bad wolf, so the bad wolf won't bite no more. I'ma make a deal with the bad wolf, so the bad wolf.
You're listening to FurCast.
All right, so good. That works.
Are you sure it worked? Want to try
Yeah.
again?
Sure, it worked. I couldn't actually tell. It was just kind of, Is your computer okay, Pharaoh?
Overheated.
Oh, really?
Oh, fun.
Oh, jeez. Did you have everything, all your tabs saved, or?
We'll find out.
Shit.
Your riser?
I got these.
He's got those.
Oh. That's inventive.
Oh my god.
What?
So Chris pointed me to a new Zootopia sticker pack on Telegram. Oh my god, they're good.
Are
They're
they?
good
Are they?
stickers. Yeah, they're
Are
really
they
good.
like really hot?
No, they're not hot. They're just good. Like
Okay.
I'm like I will use these a lot.
Right.
Yeah, I'll go in the chat. Send all of them. Actually, it'd be easier if I do it from my phone.
Got any compressed air?
No, I have a giant compressor in the garage. That's usually what I use.
I have compressed air in my car, but I don't feel like getting it.
Okay. Oh my God, CJ, you don't need to send that. Oh wow,
No, I'm sending all
wow,
of
they're
them.
so nice.
Yeah, that's what I said.
They're so
see, they're so cute, right? It's a fox. There's
So when I was going to pick him up, I met him last night up in Niagara on the Lake in
just
Canada.
met each other. That's so cute.
No, no. But I was going to dinner with his family.
Yeah.
And when I was driving right near the winery, all of a sudden this fox goes and crosses the road, and I'm like, oh shit! So I slow down, and the fox like crosses and starts walking up next to my car. So I roll down the window of my car, and I'm like, you're a fox! And it's just he just stares at me like, and then it just runs off into the woods. And
Oh god.
I was laughing so hard. It was probably just like, why is there a fucking red wolf here?
It's not even my final form.
You were in Canada?
I was just gonna say if it was blue, you should just hit it.
You don't need a passport when you're a fox.
Yep, you just swim right across the Niagara River.
Suck
Except then it
dicks and all of
counts
a
as
sudden
like
accept it.
importing an animal, and then there's a lot of like.
Can animals
tax
import
repercussions.
themselves?
Not
sure.
across the Niagara River, I don't
It
think.
doesn't even matter because there is no Canadian border when you go past like Michigan. There's just
Yeah.
There's no line. There's a cut of trees.
Yeah, that you're technically not supposed to cross.
You're not
but
supposed to cross.
Who gives a fuck because it's unguarded?
Well, I feel like if there was
Wait, an unguarded border in Canada?
There's
Yeah.
the entire
Where?
the entire top of the U.S.
Yeah. Oh, that's true too. Yeah. That's right.
no,
Yeah,
okay.
it's-
Here's the question that I have though. Like, imagine a fox like goes across like I don't know the Rainbow Bridge or something.
Okay.
Like just starts walking across, and people are like, "Oh, it's so cute." Like,
They'd probably be
There's-
like,
there's no-
animal control, get
there's-
over here.
but I mean, like, there's no
endangering our
there's no
border
gates
control
or
guard.
anything. Like,
Does he have an enhanced license?
do you Pharaoh?
What about a passport?
I do.
Yeah.
I have both.
Whoa, you're a prepared fox.
Wow. I just imagine that like the fox, it's like this little fox that just like walks out of the woods and is like walking, and there's like a passport like taped to it.
With like a little red string so they see it.
Yeah. Like a little flag on it, like with like a little collar or something. They probably think it was like an explosive or something.
Probably. Yeah, they probably would.
Shut down the whole bridge. Foxes got across. All right. Ready with news music. I've put out all the push notifications. I'm going to flip the lower third just to the starting soon thing, and we're pretty much ready to go here. Oh man, that fucking anti-hacking software was
I'm
ridiculous.
so fucking done.
I was so upset by that today.
250 kilobyte encryption, or no, 512 kilobyte encryption.
Tim Tams.
Oh snap!
I imported them from Australia.
How many do you have left?
I have 2 left.
There's
But I think I found a store in our area that actually sells them.
really.
Yeah. I think so.
Did you check Wegmans? Wegmans
No,
might.
they don't.
They don't.
I
They usually have like
I
a
looked it up.
huge like.
International section?
Yeah.
They have
Yeah.
shrimp chips, and I hate anyone who eats shrimp chips.
I'm gonna start
Yeah.
eating shrimp chips.
I just imagine that there's some person who like really wanted to meet you, like they look up to you, they think you're awesome, and I just imagine that like you just
Have you eaten shrimp chips?
They're
They're
not
not
bad.
bad.
Why do you
But-
hate them?
They make your mouth smell like a dirty asshole. Like worse. Like if you killed an animal, then its dirty asshole rotted in your mouth. That's what shrimp chips smell like your mouth smell like. It is.
Never mind. Never mind. What I was gonna say. Never mind. Just never mind.
Never mind. Never mind.
No, I'm not even gonna say it.
All right.
I want to say it, but I'm not gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. Pretty sure there's an easier way than eating a dead animal's dirty asshole to get dirty asshole breath. Instead
No,
of
because you
eating-
need
You
the
would know.
rotting. You need the.
I wouldn't know actually. I do not eat ass.
No, because you need the
Hashtag.
rotting carcass level smell too to it.
Just find somebody who had like.
The reason I'm moving that closer to you, by the way, is so that the camera can see CJ.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, because it's kind of blocking. It's blocking his pretty face.
Ew.
Oh my.
Gross.
Yeah.
That's being a little overgenerous.
There you go.
You're welcome, Pharaoh. Give me that Reds back. You don't deserve that anymore. Can you give me his beer?
No.
My hands are full with camera.
All right. Can you open up your browser and just see where you're at with tabs and stuff? Do you have?
It's slowly getting there. Eventually.
That looks a little messed up. Oh, so you do have all the tabs. Awesome. Okay. So in that case, are you ready to go?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. All right. Pretty much that distinctive Sony A7 shutter sound.
Hold on. Where is that?
Are you gonna do our constant shutter or whatever?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm giving you like 5 seconds before we start the show here to
Okay, here. I found
fuck
it.
with your camera.
Okay, and that's the full shutter.
Oh, really?
Yo. I like that.
Well, you just filled up your memory card
My non-existent memory
with
card
all
is
your
still copying.
uncompressed raw files. All right, I think we're just about ready to go here, guys. And push notification went out. Yes, it did. I'm just gonna mute that and turn that down. And Richard's modified PHP script is still outputting all the binary data from the control.
Oh
signal.
god,
It's just spamming the terminal with binary.
that's an
is kinda
unfortunate
funny.
looking command
It's
prompt.
like sending command to camera 00100100001A. Apparently, there's an A at the end of it. Actually, it might be hex. Oh, it's hex. It's hex.
yeah.
Yeah, I remember he was debugging. And it's still left like that. All right, I think we're ready to go. So whoever wants to start. Guess that'll be me. I don't know, CJ. Why don't you start?
Oh no.
2, 3, 4.
Yeah, I was looking. Thanks. I got you. Actually,
Looking at what?
I don't know.
Looking at what? What are you looking at up there?
I was looking at just the wolf.
Oh,
there.
okay. The oscilloscope wolf.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's pretty cool. It's my hero.
There we go.
I need to bring in a fox.
No, you don't.
When's the last time we had another fox in this show? It's been a long time.
Damn right. Territory, bitch.
We don't see. The thing is, we don't need another one. He's enough.
And he's not even a real. He's not even a full.
And he's not even a real fox. Like he's a broken fox.
He's like
We don't need a real one. If we had a real one, just
Things would be
insanity.
better? No.
No, it would not be better. Everything would be sticky. Everything. With you, you're broken, so everything's not sticky.
No, if foxes get rid of stickiness, they lick up all the stickiness.
No, but they make it sticky first,
Yeah, sort of.
and then they clean it. Maybe. Okay.
See how this night's going already.
Yeah, well. Welcome to FurCast, episode 234. I'm your host, CJ the Husky.
I am your host, Paradox the Red Wolf.
Your fabulous Blue Fox host, Pharaoh.
And I'm that one random Canadian asshole who just crossed down the border.
Do you know that I'm a Canadian supervillain?
What?
He is. Actually,
Okay. Wait, what?
Pharaoh's a Canadian supervillain.
How is
I'm
he a
legit a Canadian supervillain.
Canadian? How do I not?
How?
To Canada's greatest hero, Captain Canuck. Which I didn't even know. Captain. It's like Captain Canuck is like Canada's like what was it? Captain America? Captain America.
How have I never heard of this person?
I don't know.
I've never.
I
heard
never
of,
heard about Captain Canuck, and I've never known that his arch nemesis is Blue Fox.
I laughed pretty damn
That's
hard when I
pretty
found that
great.
out.
Is it?
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
That's pretty great. So you're
I'm a Canadian supervillain.
so next time you're
Or a
crossing,
supervillain to Canadian.
are you saying like the next
superhero.
time you cross the border, they'll be like, "Oh, what are you gonna do in Canada?" Just be like, "Oh, just killing my arch nemesis."
Wonder if that'd pass at the border.
Probably not. I feel like you'd probably get escorted back to U.S. Customs.
Nah, you're good.
Yeah.
I mean, if you came to America and threatened to kill Captain America, you'd probably get escorted back to wherever you were going. But
If you threaten to kill an imaginary person, they're like, nope, this guy's not welcome here.
I'm gonna destroy America by killing Captain America.
Okay, moving on.
So,
So where do we even start? So,
I need to find out my conspiracy against Canada. Apparently,
well,
better get on that.
so what do we have to talk about the show? We have the Personas review. But before we do the Personas review, there's only 2 things in the media link roundup. Do we want to just jump into those 2 things?
Might as well.
We might as well do
Yeah,
it.
we'll just do
Okay. So the first thing,
Right.
and this is fairly technical, I'm going to be honest. So some of you, I mean, I'm sure some of you probably think this is really interesting, but so we're setting up a new audio mixing PC in the studio, and so we're almost done with it. Wrath and I have been working on it for the past day or two, basically.
Yeah.
Since
We've
last
been
night.
working, getting all the alternatives figured out because transitioning from Windows to or Mac to Windows can be a bit of a bitch.
That's not really the issue, though. The issue is more just getting all the plugins loaded into the DAW and getting the firmware for like the audio interface and stuff in there.
Yeah.
So we're almost done with it, and then we discovered the weirdest fucking bug in the world, and we're pretty sure this is an Intel bug, but you guys know font smoothing, how like there's a setting on your computer for font smoothing, and like, it's supposed to like do subpixel anti-aliasing to make the font smooth or whatever, and it's like, I'm just gonna play this video.
Recording.
Okay, yeah, so we're in Reaper, and let's say we want to add a plugin. So this is the plugin load list, and we can kind of scroll through it, and everything's fine. So like I can grab this little scroll thingy here, and I can like look, we got a lot of plugins here, so I can scroll through them all. There's tons of them, right?
Yeah,
I can,
Full Waves plugin bundle.
Now you notice when I drag back and forth really fast, these kind of freeze up a little bit. It's actually like just so it can render all this text and everything, and do the animation here. Whatever, I'm pretty sure that's just standard Windows API stuff. All right, so let's open my computer and do, properties, system. So this is advanced system settings in Windows. Let me just switch this video to a higher resolution. Performance visual effects. So this is where you can turn on like, window animations and, toolbar animations and crap like that. So I'm going to turn on smooth edges of screen fonts. So this is just font anti-aliasing. So we're going to hit apply. And we can immediately tell if we reopen this menu that the text is now smoothed. So it obviously, checking that box affected it. So we're just going to hit OK again. I'm going to hit OK. I'm just going to close all this out. And now we're back on the Reaper plugin menu. Now this text is not smooth yet, but as soon as I move this, okay, now this text is smooth because it changed. But I'm going to grab the scroll bar down here and just start scrolling back and forth here. And the whole computer just froze.
Like
Nothing.
And then where's the keyboard? Control
Keyboard,
Alt Delete.
like numlock doesn't do anything. Like the video graphics driver is just gone on this computer, and it's dead. Font smoothing kernel panics my computer. So it's not exactly a kernel panic. What it is more is just that there's some kind of bug in the Skylake CPU or GPU driver.
So now, whenever we want to scroll through our plugins list in Reaper, it crashes. It crashes the entire computer.
Yep.
just
So
don't go smooth.
Not
Nope.
and there's obviously multiple things wrong here. Like even if Reaper is using the API to do that incorrectly, it shouldn't be possible for user mode software to lock up the entire kernel of a computer. So that was kind of interesting.
I like how your videos is just cars crashing.
What do you watch in your spare time?
I guess that's just the
Okay, then.
suggestions. So do we want to play this whole video? It's 9 minutes. I don't think we should play the whole thing.
I don't.
I don't care. It's fucking
It's
hilarious.
good though. So.
No, not 9 minutes good, but a
Okay,
I feel like it is.
Do like half of it.
couple minutes, I think, because then people could just send people on their own adventure to watch
Okay,
the
all right.
rest.
So we'll do that. So
Your own adventure.
here we go.
Japan is an island by the sea filled with volcanoes, and it's beautiful. In the year -1 billion, Japan might not have been here. In the year -40,000, it was here, and you could walk to it, and some people walked to it. Then it got warmer, some icebergs melted, it became an island, and now there's lots of trees, because it's warmer. So now there's people on the island. They're basically sort of hanging out in between the mountains, eating nuts off trees, and using the latest technology, like stones and bowls. Ding dong, it's the outside world, and they have technology from the future, like really good metal and crazy rice farms. Now you can make a lot of rice really, really quickly. That means if you own the farm, you own a lot of food, which is something everybody needs to survive. So that makes you king. Rice farming and rice kingdoms spread across the land, all the way to here. The most important kingdoms were here, 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 and here. But this one was the most important, ruled by a heavenly superperson, or emperor for short. Knock knock, get the door, it's religion. The new prince wants everyone to try this hot new religion from Biekt. Please try this religion, he said. No, said everybody. Try it, he said. No, said everybody again, quieter this time. And so the religion was put into place, all the rules that came with it. Then the government was taken over by another clique, and they made some reforms, like making the government govern more, and making the government more like China's government, which is a government that governs more. Hi, China, they said. Hi, dipshit, said China. Can you call us something else other than dipshit, said Japan. Like what, said China. How about Sunrise Land, said Japan. And they stole China's alphabet and wrote a book about themselves. And then they made lots of poetry and art and another book about themselves. Then they stopped moving the capital every time the emperor died and kept it in one place for a while, right here. And they conquered the north, finally. Get that squared away. A rich hipster named Kukai is bored with modern Buddhism, visits China, and learns a better version, which is more spiritual. Comes back, reinvents the alphabet, and causes art and literature to be great for a long time. And the royal palace turned into such a dream world of art that they really didn't give a shit about running the country. So if you live outside the palace, how are you supposed to protect your shit from criminals? Hire a samurai. Everyone started hiring samurai. Rich, important people hired samurai. Poor people who could not afford to hire samurai did not hire samurai. The samurai became organized and powerful, more powerful than the government. So they made their own military government, here. They let the emperor still be emperor, but the shogun is actually in control. Breaking news, the Mongols have invaded China.
We've invaded China,
said the Mongols.
Please respect us, or else we might invade you as well.
Okay, said Japan. So the Mongols came over, ready for war, and died in a tornado. But they tried again, and had a nice time fighting with the Japanese, but then died in a tornado. Then the emperor overthrows the shogunate. Then the shogunate overthrows him back and moves to Kyoto and makes a new shogunate. And the emperor can still dress like an emperor if he wants, that's fine. Now there's more art. Like painting with less colors, collaborative poetry, plays, monkey fun, tea parties, gardening, architecture, flowers. It's time for who's going to be the next shogun. Usually it's the shogun's kid, but the shogun doesn't have a kid. So he tries to get his brother to quit being a monk and be the next shogun. He says okay, but then the shogun has a kid. So now who's it going to be? Vote now on your phones. And everyone voted so hard that the palace caught on fire and burned down. The shogun actually didn't care. He was off somewhere doing poetry.
I think so that's it, yeah. But like this whole thing is just so good. And
It is gold.
I want to get to just really quick my favorite part of the entire video.
American part?
Yeah. Which is when the American ships come up to the coast of Japan.
Began to gradually slow down. Knock knock. It's the United States. With huge boats. With guns. Gunboats. Open the country. Stop having it be closed, said the United States. There's really nothing they could do, so they signed a contract that lets United States, Britain, and Russia visit Japan anytime they want.
So I just love that line, like, stop, or open the country. Stop having it be closed.
So American.
That is just the summary of that entire passage of history. So anyway, this video, History of Japan, if you Google search History of Japan, it will be the first result, which is kind of as hilarious as it is ridiculous.
The whole video is just
Beautiful.
Oh my god.
It's that. It is beautiful.
And then when they sing about Jesus, that was also
Jesus!
Jesus! Yeah, so the whole thing is great. So highly recommend taking a look at that whenever if you guys ever. But anyway, so I'm coughing. We normally have a kind of a media roundup segment, and I guess that was it. We really don't have many more links this week, which means we get to talk about Personas,
Which I haven't seen yet.
You haven't seen.
Really?
We all saw it though.
Yeah, we did.
The rest of us here.
You watched it together.
Yeah, we did.
Naked.
No.
Omar.
So overall, okay, first of all, spoilers. Next 5 minutes. Spoilers.
Yeah, if you haven't watched Personas and you actually care about
No, stop for a second. How the
Oh,
fuck
okay,
do you
okay.
spoil a documentary?
That's
what?
true. That's true.
You know what?
Yeah.
There might be some people that want it just to be new to them.
Yeah, that's
You
true.
know?
Oh, no, I totally agree. I think I don't mind if people spoil movies, but I know some people.
This is
really
not
do.
a movie.
I give a fuck what you think. You're a blue fox.
I'm
Anyway,
gonna slap both of you.
so
the largest dildo I can get from Bad Dragon, so it knocks you the fuck out.
Oh God, that's my fetish.
Moving on.
Anyways,
So we watched it the day it came out. We watched it. I think it was it Tuesday? It was May 10th. Whatever.
Yeah, it
May
was
10th.
Tuesday.
It was Tuesday night.
it was a Tuesday.
And yeah, so wow, how do we even? First of all, if you have not seen it, we would recommend seeing it. I think we should get that across right away that you should see this. You should see this documentary.
It was good.
It was interesting. I definitely overall liked it. There were a couple aspects of it that I was kind of but I think I really liked it overall. And I know Pharaoh, you liked it.
No, it's hard to say my entire opinion about it. It is probably one of the best representations of just how the fandom exists, in that it's more chaotic and I would say
Different
diverse.
for everybody. Yeah, very diverse. Yeah.
And it really showcases more so, it doesn't really go into the explanation of furry itself, but it more so just explains why it's difficult to actually find a common ground or a common conclusion of why saying I'm furry and what it means to you. So they did a kind of an outside of the box perspective of it, of trying to describe furry by just using counter arguments. So one person would say one thing, and then they would kind of switch over to another, and then kind of go back and forth,
I feel
which
like
made it like really well rounded.
I feel like the premise of the movie overall was to show just the amount of, I don't know if conflict is the right word, but just the amount of variety and difference and opinion there is in the fandom. I think it kind of focused on, I mean, there were so many places in it where it was just completely contrasting, what people were saying or how things seemed.
I was gonna say that, how like it did show how like not one person has the same, everyone gets something different out of the fandom, and it kind of showed that.
They kind of use like a main ground to start off on, but then it'll say like someone like that's not sexual at all, and they'll show that, and then they'll go jump to someone who's completely sexual, like Varka, who just owns Bad Dragon.
Yeah.
And they kind of compared and contrast that. People would be like, well, there is sexual in it, but it's not a major part. And then, for someone else, it is a major part, but it's not really as major. And it's like they just did a really good job of showing the diversity that exists in the fandom and the kind of the conflicts that exist.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have to say, I gained respect for a lot of the people in the fandom, or a lot of the people in the documentary, specifically Chew Fox. I fucking love Chew Fox. I want to interview Chew Fox.
Need to interview her.
And honestly, what was his name? Boomer. I gained respect for Boomer. Like, Boomer seems like a pretty chill, awesome dude. And it's just like, it
was strange seeing not strange, but I would say nice to see something where it took his perspective on things, but didn't swap it to make him look crazy. And it just did a really good job of explaining, because Boomer itself has always been an extreme in my case of the fandom, but that was a nice thing because they took two extremes,
but they almost
kind of like,
by the end you almost realize that Boomer is like one of the least crazy people in the whole thing, and I think that was also the kind of the point that I got across.
I wouldn't say
like,
least crazy, but more like
it's more he was very logical by the end of it. I felt like he seemed like a very reasonable, logic, level-headed person that just had a weird interest. And so it's like, I feel like the whole point of this film was to kind of show that, like, no matter how level-headed or weird someone might be, when it comes down to it, like, they can fit into a community and have conflict with that community over what things are or how things are supposed to be. And I think that was really pretty awesome. I will say, I feel like the first maybe third of the film was probably my least favorite part of it. I wouldn't say it was bad, but, like, I don't know. I guess the thing that got to me was, like, they showed a lot of the, I mean, again, the point of the film wasn't really to explain what furry was. It was more just to talk about the community.
It kind of was and kind of wasn't.
I feel like, I don't know, like the fursuiting outside thing a lot was a little weird. And
that's where you kind of we kind of differed. I mean, we agreed and differed, but the whole reason why the first third was very less interesting to us was it was the captivating part. It was the part to draw anyone who's not furry in.
I suppose.
So it was all based on, like, the whole first, third of it was mainly suitors, and I don't think they really went back to the suits on the other half really that much.
No, they really did. I mean, they showed everyone getting into them, like, in the first part, but then they they didn't really touch on it as far as
I
just
noticed-
saying like you can dress up as your character. Like
I
that's
noticed
really-
that suits were almost effectively missing by the time we got to the end of the film.
Yeah, there weren't.
I
many.
kind of liked.
I liked that. Yeah, and
But I think one of my biggest disputes of the whole documentary itself was it did a great job explaining furry, the fandom, and stuff like that, like kind of the conflicts, like how it's not really describable. But they never really talked about suits in general. They kind of represented characters, but all the stuff that involved suitors really just showed them outside. And I was like, that really does not captivate what suitors
yeah,
do.
it kind of gave across the whole like furries are people like dress up in suits and then like go out in the woods and be animals, and it's like that's not really what it's about. They kind of like I feel like some of it they miss some of like the more artwork communication aspects of it. I mean, they got the conflict in the community, but I feel like they kind of like if I wasn't a furry and I watched that, I would still sit there being like, I don't see what these people get out of it other than maybe having an interest. Whereas like it's kind of funny because then we go to cons and there are people who aren't furries who, when they find out what it's really about, think it's amazing. So I feel like that was just, for me, it just didn't do as good of a job near the first third of the film. Kind of, maybe it was captivating, yes, but I feel like it didn't do a good job at kind of getting across what most people might value in being furry. It kind of just showed like, hey, furries own these things and we're going to talk about them and they're going to be in these places, not necessarily any reason for why they might be in these places or stuff like that. Now, they did touch on the cons, and they also touched on not being able to film at Anthrocon in particular. But other than that, it just seemed like...
Which was a trigger warning for a lot of people, because I just wanted to point that out, because like, it was on Flagra too, trigger warning.
Trigger warning,
for the
really?
Flagra, or for the Personas movie.
Well, real quick, I just also want to run through. So Sky was amazing. Sky was awesome. I thought Varka was incredible.
I thought everyone was really incredible in how they represented themselves, and it was great to see so many people that would actually described how the fandom is and how they exist in the fandom. And
Yeah.
it was more so personal. I think that was one of the main goals of this. It was how you yourself find yourself in the fandom. And it really just took that aspect. It wasn't asking people to explain the whole fandom themselves. It was explaining what they liked, and then the people that were actually creating the film then composited it all together to show compare and contrast.
Yeah, and I have to say the two characters that really blew me away especially is, Chew Fox was great, but Varka, I loved some of the stuff Varka had to say about people just being able to come to terms with who they really are. I loved that. I also loved the mother, who was, I forget the name. The one mother that they interviewed who had a kid who was like playing around with suits and stuff. Anyway, really liked what she had to say, especially about the whole concept of letting her kid decide.
Who is the person? I can't remember. Brain dropping here for a second. You were like, that's my man.
Grix.
Yeah.
Grix was
on point.
Both
for
of
was
them were really
Grix
good.
the one who said that
be
anybody
your
who
fucking
was
self. Like, just
well, at one point in the film,
not be your fucking self. He's like
Yeah.
just the people who have the most fun are the ones that literally just don't give a fuck.
yeah,
That's what he said.
and he basically said that anybody who's deep in the fandom to the point where they identify with it, they know who they are, they're involved with the fandom, they don't care about any of this. They're not going to care about this documentary. They're not going to care about the media. They're not going to care about any of it. They know who they are, and I think that was really great as well.
I don't know. So, but overall, I think it's probably one of the best sources of media that has ever really come out for the fandom. There's a few, missing points to it, but I think that kind of maybe dives people into maybe investigate there on their own.
Perhaps, yeah.
So I feel like it doesn't tell you what furry is, doesn't really tell you how to be furry. It just literally kind of explains all the back end and the behind the scenes almost.
Yeah.
And then kind of like a choose your own adventure type thing.
Yeah. I did feel like the Kage stuff kind of overshadowed the, like, I'd say last third of the film a little bit too much for me. It had its point to make, and I feel like
I think that's
there were certain things they definitely shouldn't have left out, but there were other things they could have left out, like some of the clips of the speeches at cons and stuff. I feel like they could have just shortened that a little bit.
But I still feel like that was all there to kind of
to make that point.
To make a point.
But I mean,
it was kind of because it was the adverse extreme. It was from like a boomer side perspective, which was like one way, say a leftist side extreme, and then Kage, which would be more of a right side extreme.
I suppose, and a lot of people got very upset because they said like, oh, the film is spending a lot of time, shitting on Kage or something like that. For me, it was less about that and more about showing that people who are passionate go a little too far with their character. I think that was semi what they were trying to show, especially considering the amount of good stuff, amazing stuff that Kage has done for the fandom, which you get to see in the first half of the film. So even though, for us, we see it as, kind of eliciting drama, I feel like when you really sit and watch the whole thing and you think about it, you realize, wow, all of these people who are involved in so many positive and negative ways have all these different things to say, and they kind of just all represent a character. That's really what it's about. It's not about shitting on any one person or any one person being, good or bad. It's just kind of like people make mistakes and people go too far with their character sometimes. And I respect that.
Yeah.
I thought that was well put together there as well. So
Still, one of my favorite parts was how he got his interview.
yeah, that was fantastic.
That was awesome.
That was pretty great,
Yeah.
actually. Case in point, Kage refused to actually be interviewed by the individual that was making the documentary.
He didn't refuse. He said,
well, he wanted full editorial control,
right. He wanted full editorial control. Yeah.
which is a bit extreme for anything. I don't think anyone really can get full editorial control.
I don't know about the legal side of that, but I mean, I know that that's usually what he would request. But yeah, it was.
But then there was the whole scene of them. So I could see there's a definitely a little biased of kind of attacking Anthrocon a little bit.
That's kind of what I was getting at.
But
I feel
it
like
was more so because they show why a little bit, and it was that
I can understand why. If he was filming at that and they kicked him out and banned him from Anthrocon, I can understand why, as a director of a film, you'd be a little salty about Anthrocon. I mean, that sucks. But
So yeah, so case in point too as well, the person who was filming this whole documentary, they show the clips of him being escorted out of Anthrocon because he was interviewing people, and then the Dorsai come and take their badges or get their badges, take them away, and then apparently he was banned from going to future ACs because of that.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, so
Because of strict media policies.
yeah. And that's been a thing for a long time.
Yeah, well, that's always
been
been a
a
thing.
problem for such a long time. But yeah, overall, good. I would recommend everybody watch it at the very least, and I'm happy to be an owner of it.
I mean, one thing I do want to say as the last point is, well, we've never really agreed with Kage's kind of personal perspective or views.
Right.
I think it was a little overbearing as a representation for him.
Yeah.
Because I think it takes his persona a little bit out of context. And so I just wanted to kind of give that a little light that he's not as bad as this made it out to him to see. I think we want.
Yeah, that's the thing. Kage's not a bad guy. He does amazing stuff.
He's definitely an extreme of the fandom. That's one of the things.
He has a character, though. I think he represents his character in a lot of ways. I don't know.
I think the character is still himself. So
Maybe, but yeah, I gained respect for a lot of people in the fandom just for who they are. That was kind of cool. And yeah, I definitely want to interview Chu Fox someday because she seems awesome.
I want to interview Boomer.
Boomer's pretty fucking cool.
There was a mind blow though.
Yeah, I did not know Boomer was involved in the pirate radio stuff. That was good on you, Boomer. That's some cool stuff.
I didn't even catch it when they first kind of dropped it, and they're like, "Oh yeah,
Also,
ran like own."
that snow Boomer dog was amazing.
Oh yeah, that was really good.
That was on point.
He is incredible at building snow dogs.
Snow dogs. Oh
But
man.
there we go.
Yeah, it was good. It was really good.
So I'd recommend anyone who's just involved in furry, or even I would say it's something that you could actually show to parents. I think it's something that you could show to any really individual that's not furry or non, and it kind of like even my wife who's really kind of furry but not entirely, like she's kind of on the outskirts. She even said that she would show that to other people. So I mean, kind of more of an outside perspective on things. And I mean, there is dildo scenes, there's cum lube scene, but nothing like disturbingly like overly overtly sexual. It was just Varka explaining, the whole like dildos thing in the fandom.
Yeah.
But
and like I said, I really liked what Varka had to say.
that was the one thing that we did dislike was the fact that they really kind of toned on Bad Dragon was like solely for furries when a lot of their business is definitely not.
Yeah, that's the thing. Bad Dragon is a world famous dildo making company. Like they're known to be one of the best, even in the non-furry community.
Action serpents.
Action serpents.
Spitting action.
So, what are we feeling? You guys want to jump into news? Farrah, I know you have more news than any of us. I have the one video to show, but that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'll let you. Do you want to start with something, or do you want?
I'm ready.
Are you ready? Okay. All right. think we're pretty much ready. There we go.
North Dakota's first Wolverine in 150 years is immediately shot dead and killed by a rancher.
Wow.
Okay then.
That's a little sad.
I want to read the title just because it pisses me off, the fact that humans really can't coexist with any other animal.
Well, they sort of can. Just not anything cool.
Humans get upset when there's a bug in their house. Humans cannot coexist with any... Humans can't even coexist with themselves.
Okay. It's a very short-sighted perspective, but okay.
Is kind of being overly dramatic.
I know. I'm ruining your overly dramatic act. I just kind of feel like it for right now. Just kind of want to...
I will destroy you.
Oh, okay. Is that more over-exaggerating?
No.
Okay.
I think it is.
I think it is.
blushing.
Yeah.
Anyway. The first verified Wolverine spotted in North Dakota in nearly 150 years was shot and killed by a rancher last month. The rancher said that the animal had been harassing livestock when he shot it, which would make it a legal kill in the state, according to the Helena Independent Record. The rancher came out to a calving pasture. The cows had surrounded the Wolverine, and he felt it was a threat. So state fur bearer biologist Stephanie Tucker told the newspaper. The Wolverine, known to wildlife officials as M56, had made headlines in 2009 for traveling some 500 miles from Wyoming into Colorado. While his collar stopped transmitting in 2002, he continued to wander. He was shot about 700 miles from where he was last seen, according to the Billings Gazette. In some ways, it is a little mind-blowing that they can travel that far, Bob Inman, a Wolverine biologist with Montana's Department of Fish and Wildlife Parks, told the newspaper, but that's what we've learned is possible. Kind of look like a small bear, because I've never seen one like actual just standing still and not viciously like growling. They have like a cute picture of it. And I say this, and then the next line is, Wolverines look like little small bears. Did not read ahead.
You're just that good.
They do look like little small bears. But actually related to the weasel. So they're large weasel bears.
They're big tubes. Large tubes.
Sausages?
Is that a large tube?
Like a thick sausage?
A meat tube?
I'm stopping you.
Yeah, you better. This only gets bad.
They will eat nearly anything, dead or alive. They're also known for their extreme aggression. Nat Geo calls them tenacious predators and says that they can take down much lighter prey if needed, including a caribou. But again, like is it like the stoat? The little weasel thing that chases down like big jackrabbits?
Actually, didn't this little stoat take down the particle collider last week?
Yeah, the Large
yeah.
Hadron Collider.
Was that a weasel or some kind?
I think
It was
said
Hayu, actually.
Yep.
Yeah. He was trying to build a Large Hadron Collider, and he just decided to get into some wires and...
I just like how like the little thing is just like da-da-da-da-da, and just chasing after a rabbit until the rabbit like stops and then it just bites its throat out. It's like cute about it.
it's a cute little thing. Ah! Just kills it.
It's like, I don't understand how something so adorable can be so aggressively carnivorous.
I mean, aren't cats that way, though?
Cats are just assholes.
Cats are assholes no matter what.
Well, yeah, but cats are cute, and then they kill things. And
Can
it's like-
confirm.
So was that just you admitting to, like, homicide right there?
No comment.
I think Pharaoh's about to just leave. He looks...
He's done.
No, cats themselves sleep for 16 hours and the 8 hours of they're awake for their job is just being an asshole.
They just fuck
Yeah.
everything up.
Yeah.
That's all they do.
No, we've already gone on with this in the show. Cats cannot create; they can only destroy.
Yes.
Yep.
Yep.
Like, that is their job for 8 hours out of the day, and then the rest of the 16 hours just
I wouldn't
sleeping.
say 8 hours. I would say
No.
like 5 hours they're awake.
No. Yeah.
I'm using it. I need generous of a full-time job, even though you're slacking at your job, probably.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, probably.
They found that the M656, or the wolverine that they killed, was between 8 and 9 years old, at the far end of the 6 to 10 year life expectancy for this animal. It had a good run. You lived long.
Woohoo!
Woo! You were between 8 and 9 years old. Your
Is that
species.
supposed to be like a happy moment in the article?
Yep,
Like,
that was- he lived long.
he lived for a few.
He was gonna die soon, anyways.
Terrible.
Such a letdown.
Oh, don't worry. He was 8 and 9 years old. They only lived to like
Okay.
6 to 10 years, so
He had a
they did him a favor for shooting him.
Awful.
It could have just naturally expired, and we would have never known its fate.
Not making me feel any better.
No.
To be honest, this article is not.
That doesn't make me feel any better.
Somebody shot him.
We get to dissect him now
Oh God.
and learn, kind of.
What is
That's
this?
shooting.
Oh, that's right. America. I forgot.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
We can only learn about things if they're dead.
And we shoot them.
Is that why public schools are going? Oh, go on there.
Oh! Whoa!
Damn.
Whoa!
Damn.
You went there. You went there.
I had to slip a morbid thing in there real fast.
Okay, taking a break for a minute.
Need a moment.
I just
Are you
need to
having
go
fun staring at your Reaper graphs?
Yep.
Can I handle that? Americans need to learn some way, I guess. Moving on. Now we know much more about the animal now that it's dead, and we eventually found out how far it traveled. He was quoted saying, "I think that seeing this animal lived as long as it did and traveled as far as it did can help validate reports of where these animals are capable of." Unknown animals die unmourned all the time,
But this article is
so
awful.
it shouldn't matter.
Is that what it says?
Yes, that's what it says.
Oh my God.
We can mourn it now because we shot and killed it.
Just
How?
These poachers just go around and just. Oh, we get to feel sad now.
Now we can bury it. It'll have a proper grave now. Imagine it just dying naturally and living a long life in the woods.
It won't get to see Jesus then.
Oh my
If
God.
you want the animal to go to see Jesus,
let's
you gotta.
apply
All
this-
dogs go to heaven.
Can we apply this to humans too? Can we just?
You know, we already are actually. That's
we are?
actually every time. If you just actually tune into CNN, it's actually live coverage of that 24/7.
Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, God forbid you want to live your full life expectancy. Then we couldn't mourn the loss.
I mean, if you did, jeez. Just shoot me.
Unknown animals die unmourned all the time, so it shouldn't matter. But stored wolverines, they are rare, and they hint us all at wild and unseen amazing lives that go beyond our awareness, she wrote. That's something worth thinking about. No.
No. Just no.
Oh, you could have just, when the battery died and you last known of its whereabouts, just recaught it and replaced the battery.
Yeah, why did they let it go for 2 years?
America.
True. True. That's it. That's all. That's literally the only explanation that you needed.
We've been studying it for this long. Battery's about to die.
Okay.
Fuck it.
Fuck it.
Well, okay. Didn't the article say that the animal attacked a person though?
No.
Oh, okay.
It was in a field and cows surrounded it. So
So they shot it rather
Yeah.
than. What?
can't hurt the cows.
Or I thought it was attacking or harassing the cows in some way. I thought that's what.
That's
their
how the rancher
excuse
got
was.
away from killing it.
Okay.
He said he had harassed his livestock, so he has the right to kill it in the state law. That's why they can just go out and kill. So you can kill endangered animals as long as it's harassing your livestock.
Wow. I'm gonna go harass some livestock and get killed.
We'll mourn you.
We'll warn you. Bless.
But you won't.
Imagine this wolf would have lived a long life if he hadn't come here.
Imagine we would have gotten a FurCast episode 300.
The statuses of wolverines have been long under debate for a number of years. In 2014, federal officials declined to add the wolverine to the list of endangered and threatened species.
I'm sorry. Somebody in the chat room says, "How do you harass livestock?" And I just imagine you just go up to like a fence and you're just like, "Hey, you!"
Shot. That's it. You see that? My cow just shit. Scare the shit out of it.
You just like make like racial remarks against the cows.
No, I'm just imagining like somebody does like the wolf whistle to a cow, and it's like, no, sexual harassment. There you go.
I just imagine that you just like. I'm thinking harassment though. Like you just like, hey cow,
sexual
hey, cow,
harassment.
Hey, like hey cow, hey cow, hey cow, and then it just like turns its head, and you're like, hi.
Farmer shoots you.
That kind of harassment.
Oh.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay.
That line is gonna bother me till the end of fucking time. Unknown animals die on one all the time, so it shouldn't matter if we just go out and kill things. America, number 1.
It's just so good.
Foreigners, don't come to America. You're just gonna get shot because.
Can confirm.
Okay, that is definitely an exaggeration considering you've been here like 40, 50 times now.
Not quite that many, but yeah.
Almost that many times at least.
He hasn't harassed livestock yet.
Yeah, you haven't harassed livestock, that's why. So you can come to America. Everything's fine.
Where's the nearest farm?
Just don't, about 5 minutes away.
I think we have a new field trip.
I think no. Can we at least finish working on the new audio mixing PC?
Okay.
Okay.
Fine.
So so mad.
On a more serious note, serious and kind of interesting note. So you guys remember how we covered a story recently about how some guy got in trouble at some dolphinarium, or rather, not the guy necessarily, but just people in general got up in arms about the fact that this guy was caught masturbating a dolphin on camera. And I had said that was stupid as hell. First of all, because the dolphin clearly looked like he was enjoying it. And also, second of all, because scientists actually have to do that. It's actually part of the process. Well, we have a video to explain some of those details.
Science is hands-on.
Science is hands-on. Okay.
Hey everyone, Julian here for D-News. Rule 35 is, if it exists, there's a scientist studying it. Rocks, got it. Space, you bet. Rocks in space, oh yeah, someone's all over that. But sometimes, in the quest to seek out knowledge wherever it may be hiding, scientists have to get their hands dirty and sticky. Sometimes they have to spank the monkey. Literally. It's not just done for enjoyment, although I'm sure the monkey doesn't mind. How orgasms fit into our evolution is still a bit of a question mark. What purpose do they serve? Male orgasms are usually tied to a release of sperm, so if ejaculating feels good in the short term, then it's more likely to breed more offspring long term. That makes sense. But females can have offspring with or without a climax, so why do they happen? Explanations vary. Maybe the sensation is enjoyable enough that seeking it out is worth the risk of copulating, which leaves you a bit exposed to predators in the wild. Or since humans start out developing the same in the womb, the same structure that becomes the penis in men is the clitoris in women. So maybe it's just vestigial. If that's the case, is it only other primates that have male and female orgasms? Did it start with mammals 65 million years ago? Or are there other animals that can experience it too? These are the questions scientists aim to answer with their hands-on experiments. Like in a 1981 Institute of Primate Studies study, where psychologist William Lemon and his grad student bring female chimps to orgasm by hand, or at least what they think was an orgasm based on the muscle contractions and facial expressions. Of course, they couldn't just ask the chimp directly if it orgasmed. So it's possible it faked it so it wouldn't hurt his feelings. Either way, I think we can all agree no one has done more to earn a master's degree than those students. They even reported that the chimps climaxed on 10 separate occasions, which, okay, now they're just showing off. But even though it may sound silly, these experiments demonstrated that, yes, other female primates can orgasm too, and the female orgasm might be an evolutionary advantage we picked up from a distant relative. Other times, scientists stimulate animals because they just want to know what's up with animal sex. Like Patricia Brennan of Yale University, who wanted to know how ducks got down. Most birds mate by pressing their rear ends together and exchanging fluids. Takes a couple seconds. Not ducks. Ducks have crazy corkscrew penises that they shoot out of their body. Female ducks have vaginas that can corkscrew in the opposite direction. To see how that affected mating, Brendan waited until a male was just about to mount a female, then quack-jacked him, swapping the female for one of 4 oddly shaped tubes. She found that certain shapes were much harder for males to enter. She noted that a female that actually wants to mate with a male can relax and position itself to be more receptive, but otherwise, she can make it more difficult to copulate, avoiding unwanted fertilization. Ducks are among the 3% of bird species that have penises, and one species, the red-billed buffalo weaver, actually has a false penis that serves no reproductive purpose. It has no sperm duct and doesn't become erect. Yet, females seem to prefer males with larger fake phalluses, and when it's stimulated, the males do seem to achieve orgasm. How do scientists know this? Because they did it themselves. Why it works? They don't know. More research is needed. Science isn't all microscopes and behavioral observations. Sometimes, to further scientific studies, we have to look closely at what we may see as taboo. But remember, sex, orgasms, and semen, it's all part of life. And understanding them will help us understand us. Scientists aren't just interested in the orgasms, though. They also study sperm. And they found some little swimmers that really went freestyle. Lacey and Alex break it down here.
This fossilized sperm is the oldest and longest that's ever been found. This monster sperm coils up into a ball, which scientists believe are tossed all crumpled up to the female, like they're playing catch or something.
Will it be you who boldly goes where no human man has gone before, or would you rather not watch how they do it on the Discovery Channel? Let us know in the comments, subscribe for more, and I will see you next time on D News.
I think it's great that he made a joke about the Discovery Channel, considering that YouTube channel is owned by the Discovery Channel. But yeah, so
Even me, baby, ain't nothing but mammals. Just do it like I do on the Discovery Channel.
Oh, I haven't heard that one before.
Yep.
So there
Good
you
song.
go.
It's a good song.
It's always funny when they play that at furry conventions, and it's like really.
It's kind of your stereotypical furry song.
What?
It's kind of like your stereotypical song, like you always hear.
don't know.
I don't know. I always hear it.
We
like,
all in fursuit and just play that really loud and then just
Oh,
like.
well, the cops are coming to get us now.
Fuck.
So. Yeah.
we have a Canadian here. Damn it. Leave. I'm joking.
So anyway,
It's okay if the cops shoot him. He has free healthcare.
We will still mourn you.
we'll mourn the loss of your bills.
Don't worry, it'd be a shame if you lived a full life. Then we couldn't mourn you. At the tragic loss.
Yep.
I'm done. I'm done.
Welcome to our country.
Jeez. So, what do you guys? Anybody have an article next?
I feel like Canadians are trying to make their citizens live as long as possible. America's like, why would you want to do that?
Just shoot them.
Where's the fun in life if there's not risk?
America.
Stupid fucking Americans.
Just you guys come up with that.
I'm just busy making the leaning tower of lens caps over here.
Leaning tower of lens caps. That's good stuff. Oh my god. You guys are just terrible tonight. I just want to remind everybody in the audience that I'm friends with these people.
You wish not to be, but you know, it happens.
8 out of 10, CJ.
Hey, that's
8 out of 10.
it's above average.
All right, yep.
So, you know what? I'll transition to this article since we were just watching that on TV.
Okay.
On YouTube. Our TV. Biologists observe female homosexual behavior in wild gorillas for the first time.
Ooh.
Yep. Okay. Homosexual behavior is hardly unheard of in the animal kingdom, but for the first time, a biologist has documented evidence of female gorillas in the jungle getting hot and steamy together. The behavior was observed in Volcanoes National Park. That sounds like a terrible national park.
Volcanoes.
National Park.
That's where I want to go.
Yeah, you could burn.
Well, I mean, Marty Flaming.
Hey.
Hey.
Get out.
I can't. I'm kind of stuck in here.
I will put out your flame.
I was gonna make a stuck joke, but not going to.
Rwanda by researchers from University of Western Australia. The findings were recently published in the online journal PLOS ONE. The study led by Dr. Cyril Guterer, Associate Professor of UWA's School of Autonomy, wow, I can't talk today. Physiology and human biology details how we observe females engaging in genital closeness and genital rubbing with pelvic thrusts. Scissoring.
Okay then.
For the layman term.
Scissoring. I have a great, great GIF, whatever the fuck you want to call it.
GIF.
It's GIF.
GIF.
It's GIF.
You know
Do
what?
not GIF in here.
I know
unless
people
you're
that
peanut
will-
buttering.
Okay, anyways, I'm not even gonna open that door.
Dog.
Shut up. Yeah, peanut butter.
CJ likes peanut butter.
I love peanut butter. Anyway,
Listen.
Peanut butter can be pretty fucking
NASA
great.
released a YouTube video, and in it they specified that there are GIFs available of their stuff. I think that settles
It's
it.
NASA approved. We're done.
Yeah, if it's NASA approved, saying GIF, then I think that's the way to say it.
true. You know what? I'm not even gonna. I'm just gonna post it in the Telegram.
What? What are you doing?
I have a great GIF of scissoring.
Why? Okay.
Anyway, as CJ shares scissoring with us,
Find it.
which presumably is the scientific language for dirty talk, he also managed to capture photographs of the act, which so far have never been observed in captivity. But this was far from a one-off occurrence. It was discovered that the 18 of the 22 studied female gorillas were also found to engage in sexual activity with other females. Given that these observations come from wild groups, not gorillas held in captivity, it is obvious that homosexual activity is part of gorillas' natural behavior, Dr. Gutender said in a statement. My impression is that these females derive pleasure from sexual interaction with other females. This stands in contrast to many theories that homosexual behavior in primates is used either as an aggressive assertion of dominance or a form of social bonding. Dr. Grutter also noted that he called a pornographic effect. In some instances, he noticed that females would engage in the same sex behavior just shortly after they had witnessed an adult male initiate sex with another female. This suggests that the behavior could act as an alternative outlet for their sexual arousal of watching a scene. Alternatively, another hypothesis of the study, which Grutter readily admits has remained unverified, is that females engage in this behavior to decrease other females' motivation to have sex with the males, in order to secure their own reproductive success.
Very interesting.
Well then.
That's wildly strange.
That's
turn.
strange, but
I'm gonna jerk
bizarrely
off as
logical.
many males as I can so that they'll all be weak, and then I get to fuck the female.
You start right here.
No.
Hey.
Sure.
I have one female, and that's all I need.
So you had a shout out to give?
No, that's for Pharaoh.
Oh,
He's gotta
okay.
do that one. You need to check the Telegram chat.
He can't check Telegram. He's over his quota.
Oh shit, that's right.
Yeah.
Like 2 weeks ago, you were actually replying to us. You can't do
Well,
that.
no, he sent an audio message today in the group, so we gotta wait like another few days. Yeah.
That was way too much.
I'm glad you don't listen to my audio. Listen, my audios actually contain like vocal, lyrical, phrases.
You know what my audio contains?
Just moans.
Yep.
Always.
All the time. Or me screaming or singing.
Yeah, I know.
Well, I'll do this.
Mainly screaming or moaning.
Can you just stop talking?
Like when I try to organize stuff.
It's X the Fox's birthday today. And he's 30. Dirty 30.
Dirty 30.
Dirty 30.
Apparently,
You
X the
check-
Fox is my dad or my mom. I'm not sure.
Well, you should wish your dad a happy birthday. Don't worry, Dad. I got you.
He's older than me, so.
Hey.
Your son is just slacking. There's a photo of you too that I received. It's great.
I think the only reason why. You're having troubles today as a cat.
I'm just wearing this lens cap as a yarmulke.
Wow.
Anyway,
Wow.
picture that nobody can see, but maybe we'll show later.
That is an amazing picture. I'm proud of that. My faces are not to be compromised.
Nope.
So do we want to? Do you have another article that you want to read, or do we want to go on break, or what are you thinking?
Since we started, I have definitely a few other articles, and I also have ones that are unlisted in the actual.
I know, because you don't put them in the document.
Well, I think CJ should read the bathroom one. Just start out a little bit of crazy news.
The bathroom one? Which bathroom?
Yeah, what bathroom one?
It says in the link. I mean, I didn't add a title to it, but it literally says what the article is about.
He put it under YouTube videos for some reason.
Because we were leaving the studio, and I didn't have time to add them back.
Oh, okay.
That's why. I was like, what bath? I was looking. Hold on.
You find it? I see it. Sean Cummins shoots up.
Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, that one.
Yeah, that one.
So we've discussed how terrifying it is going to public restrooms.
So we're
It's just always bad.
I love how we had a trend going for a while in our private producer group for FurCast on Telegram.
I still do it. I don't know
where we
about
were
you guys.
taking pictures of
Stall gapes.
stall doors.
Gapes.
Okay, can we just
Gaps.
stop? I have a comment to make on that.
Okay.
So, okay. I was in a truck stop the other day
Yeah.
to go to the bathroom. Okay. The only toilet was like the handicap one.
Right.
There were two urinals, then the handicap one. But the door was like, okay, now it's the big, handicap ones are a lot bigger. There's a lot more space. Okay. So you walk in, then you close the door behind you, and like the toilet's to the left. So like you're sitting down, you're kind of like the door is facing, to the right. It was like they made a huge opening for the stall itself.
Right.
Then they put like a door that was like a foot tall. Like seriously.
Sounds a lot like my school, because at my school we have a set of stalls on the 3rd floor where you can literally just look over to your side and see a person taking a shit.
Yeah,
next to
that's
you.
exactly how that's exactly how it was. I'm like, anybody over 5 feet
Like a
can look-
barn stall?
That's how, like, seriously, it was like that small.
Like it's like you sit down, the stall goes to like this level.
That has me triggered.
It was terrifying. I was
should not
terrified
exist-
taking a shit.
There should
you
not
have to make eye contact with people.
there
Yeah.
should not exist a washroom where you can make eye contact with somebody taking a shit.
I wanted to bring in like cardboard and extend the door like up and down. Because I feel this is just wrong. Like, this is torture.
Can you just go in the back? Find the key. Do you have a shipping box? Yeah.
I need that and some duct tape.
Just go back in the bathroom, tape it to the ceiling.
Dude, I feel like anybody over 5 foot could have easily just been like, oh, is that a shit you're taking there? Nice job. Okay. Continue.
Good job, boy.
And I'm just like, literally the whole time I was pooping, like, I did not keep my eyes from that door. I'm like, somebody's gonna walk up. I know it. And they're just gonna look at me sitting there looking at them. Like, it's gonna be so awkward. I wanted that moment to happen, but it didn't happen.
See, wait. I just imagine you build like a cardboard fort around this thing, and I just imagine some person's just like,
what's the
what
password?
the fuck is that? And they just kind of start. They just start like poking at the cardboard, and you just yell from the inside like, "Hey,
Well, okay, so
don't disturb my poop fort."
there was a turd burglar. There was somebody that tried to come in. He tried to. He didn't. I think he knew though. I think he knew to stand to the side of the door because
Okay.
I didn't see feet at the door, and I would have definitely seen him because there was so much room. So I heard the door jiggle, and I'm like, and it's kept jiggling, and I'm like, occupied, and he's like, oh thanks. I don't know who it was, but he had a really deep voice. I was like,
Can you read your article? I'm done with your stories.
dude, listen, I just had to comment on that.
I was gonna take a
picture
make more
of it,
people
too.
terrified. Here now.
Oh shit! I didn't even read that. Okay. Yeah.
Oh shit! Really?
Literally. Man shoots up bathroom when occupant takes too long, police say. This could have been me. He may have overreacted. No, really?
This is how you do news
This
articles.
is not an overreaction at all. Shooting up a bathroom. A Connecticut man is behind bars after being accused of shooting up his neighbor's bathroom because the person using it was taking too long, according to NBC.
Why was he in his neighbor's bathroom?
That's
Wait, this wasn't even a public bathroom.
no. It was he shot up his neighbor's bathroom because the
Fuck.
Why does he care? That's like
He had to poop.
in his neighbor's bathroom. What's wrong with his bathroom?
Why would he have guns in his neighbor's
That's
house?
Connecticut, so I don't know what they're going on.
Because it's America.
Did he
You need another question.
Exactly.
America. There's guns have guns.
Sean Cummins,
It makes me so upset.
22.
Of course his name would be Cummins.
I know, and it's spelled like that too. Was arrested early Sunday morning after Vernon police got a call about a highly intoxicated man at a local apartment complex. Responding officers said Cummins was outside highly intoxicated, but he was taken into custody without a struggle, according to the Hartford Courant. Police said Cummins went over to the neighbor's apartment to hang out around 2 a.m. At some point, he became upset because someone wouldn't get out of the bathroom, according to Fox61.com. Cummins allegedly... Fuck. Get your
All
thing
right,
out
it's
of there,
caught, it's
Pharaoh.
caught. Wait, there. Now do it.
There
we
we
go.
Showed his displeasure by taking out his 9mm handgun and firing one shot into the closed bathroom door. The bullet barely missed the person inside, police said. The occupants of the apartment then yelled at him to leave.
That would scare the shit out of me.
I mean,
I'd be done pretty fast.
Hey, if you were constipated and a bullet came running through the door, you wouldn't be constipated anymore. I wouldn't be. Cummins went outside and shot another round into the outside wall of the apartment complex. He wasn't giving up.
I just imagine that somebody's...
I'm not done yet. I'm not done.
I just imagine that, like, somebody's sitting down and they're like, oh, I'm so constipated. I thought that fiber is supposed to help. And they just whip out a gun and just, like, shoot it up. And they're like, oh, that helps a little bit.
Oh, my God.
Gunshot is just a trigger to
poop.
To poop.
Yeah.
That's,
How about no? I'm okay, regular, just...
Yeah.
Can I just say that I have not seen a gun in real life in more than half a decade other than police.
Yep.
Yeah.
I have not seen a gun in so long.
Well, you don't leave your house. I mean, that's...
No, I leave my house every day, and I've been in every building, every skyscraper in our local city in the past 2 years.
Well, area is usually concealed carry, too.
I don't think... No. No.
Well, you wouldn't see it concealed carry.
I suppose, but I'm just...
The whole point of having a concealed carry
Hence,
is that you don't know.
concealed. Oh, Lord, that's a good picture. Anyways, no one was injured in the incident, according to news release. Police said Cummins had a valid Connecticut pistol permit and that his gun was registered. Officers seized the handgun as evidence as well as the pistol permit.
Somebody says I should go to a shooting range. Why would I go to a shooting range?
I could just shoot up all these available bathrooms.
Yeah, there's a lot of bathrooms in
There's
the
a lot
world.
of bad...
Need to catch up.
Yeah, TC Fox is saying I've never even seen a gun. Yeah, I mean, like, I just don't... I never see guns, ever.
I don't see him.
Yeah, I've never... I mean, like, other than, like, police, but even then, like, you know, you just, like, see them maybe on the side or something.
There's some in Pharaoh's house, aren't there?
Really?
Yeah.
You guys have guns?
There's
No.
tons of guns.
I don't think anybody in my family owns any guns. I think my neighbors own, like, hunting rifles.
Yeah.
Because they actually, my next door neighbors actually only eat meat that they kill, which is actually kind of cool. But they're like concealed, like in their basement in a safe.
Yeah. Well,
Like-
I think that's where his are.
Oh,
Or they're
yeah.
in like a cabinet or something.
They're in like a locked cabinet or something. Yeah, I mean,
A locked glass cabinet.
kind of
Security, yo.
in
I
case
never
of,
understood that.
in case of America, break glass.
I love
That's
that this is
literally
the
how I
only.
feel.
I love that this is the only country that actually works in.
Yeah, I
Just
know.
that phrase.
This is why I would not mind leaving sometime soon.
Like, it's not like security glass. It is really like I
It's
could probably
like
just
one
poke
pane
my
glass.
finger and
Yeah.
just like, yeah, it's one pane.
Single pane glass.
Glass.
And I've
With a
seen it
lock.
before, and it's really like this beer bottle.
Is it
It's thicker than the glass.
Whoa. Is it tempered glass? Will you hurt
No,
your
no,
finger?
no.
Oh, well, see, then you might hurt yourself in the glass then.
No.
You could throw probably a Dixie cup at it and break the glass.
The red Solo cup?
If you had a full red Solo, if you threw an ice cube at it, it would break the glass.
Your dog is gonna lick the glass and it'll just crack.
probably shattered.
Jeez.
Anyways, that's all this man.
But there's locks on it,
so it's
which
pointless.
defines America right there. Like, let's add security.
Cybersecurity. It's actually a digital lock, so it's cyber secure now.
So that you can't hack your
Yeah,
gun
it's actually
safe.
anti-hackable now.
You gotta love that there are YouTube channels dedicated to hacking tiny gun safes.
Really?
Yeah, like because
That's actually pretty awesome.
you can get these
pretty
little
cool.
like desktop gun safes where they have like a fingerprint reader or a little combo lock for
I was
like.
glet say, why do you need a
quick
Wait,
desktop
and let me guess. They just rip
America.
the wires out, attach it to an Arduino, and hack it.
No, it's things like if you poke a coat hanger in this little hole in the side of the
reset
casing,
button,
it'll just no, it's not even a reset button. It's like it presses a little metal locking pawl or something that just straight up pops the door open. It's not even like it
you don't
resets the digital mechanism. It just straight up pokes the lock.
Well, what if your
open.
finger is like sweaty and your finger doesn't work? You know, you need a way to get your gun. So I mean, that's why you have the reset button on the
No,
inside.
these
because you don't want to
also
break your
have,
safe.
like tubular locks, like bicycle locks on top as backup. Yeah.
Like that is American design right there.
Yep.
Actually, it's probably not. It's probably Chinese design.
No, it's American.
imported. Oh, it is?
Yeah, these are
Only America would put a reset button on a thing that's secure.
It's not a reset button. It's literally
It
just...
pretty much is a reset button.
It's a flaw in the design.
Is it?
It wasn't intentional, I don't think.
I think it's pretty intentional. I think they have.
No, this is just straight up design flaws. You're supposed to have this backup key to open the lock if the electronics fail.
So it is a backup key, which is a reset, pretty much.
Not even.
And
It's
the key
like-
is just a blank key, pretty much.
Some of them are a little more complex than poke a coat hanger in the hole. Some of it is like you have to curve the coat hanger at a specific angle, and then it can reach up around a tiny little piece of plastic to hook onto a tiny piece of metal and slide that little piece of metal over. It's things like that. But you can still just poke a coat hanger through the side of the lock.
The fact is that there's a fucking hole in a safe that is designed to be a backup to open a safe.
Yeah. Or, well, it's not designed to be a backup, but it's fucked up.
Your backup gun? You have a backup gun? In
You have a
right
backup gun just to shoot the lock
Open up the
Get your
gun.
actual gun.
There's an episode of Family Guy where he takes out a gun out of a safe and then shoots the lock in another safe, opens the safe, and then there's
He needs
another
the
gun.
They know America so well.
I do.
God damn it.
That's it. He's,
That was it? Okay.
Yeah, he's in jail.
Can we move on and talk about not fucking
or not.
not stereotypes of...
We can talk about not.
There's the Ninja Turtles porn parody. Will shell shock you.
What?
I think it's worse than E.T.
Excuse me?
Takes place in Buffalo.
No.
No, it doesn't. The
porn parody.
The porn parody is filmed in Buffalo?
They gotta shoot on location.
Wait, are you serious?
No, I'm not serious.
Oh my god, dude, you had me so excited. Like I was legit
Jason,
about to
like,
get
anyone who's listening to the podcast, the new Ninja Turtles movie was actually filmed in Buffalo.
just the first part of it.
Yeah, the chase scene in the streets because yada yada yada. So they did all the filming here. We never went down there in fursuit. We should have, but
No, but they had a helicopter. I saw a helicopter.
Yeah,
because I kind of live close to there. So
well, they
was
needed
cool.
it for the shots too.
I know it was actually really cool, actually. Except that they closed down a major part of the thruway at night, which
No one really uses it at night.
what if I use it at night? Actually, that's the part of the thruway where all the cars always crash over the edges.
Yeah.
What? There's a part of the throughway where cars crash. What?
Dude, it's happened like 5 times in the past year.
But we also are the leading capital of people driving through front doors of restaurants.
Okay, this is why. It's the part going downtown is like recessed underneath. So like, and there's streets on either side.
Which highway?
On the 33.
Seriously, the one
Yeah.
that's 30 miles an hour now?
No.
Part of it.
That's the
Oh no,
Skijaquada.
the 33 that connects. Right. Okay, I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
that's the Skijaquada.
Yeah.
The 33, like where it goes
That
down
goes to the airport. Yeah.
Yes, but you're going the other way towards downtown.
Towards downtown, and it goes down, and then there's like the houses on the side.
Yes, but
Okay.
there's like
Correct.
25
And you're
foot
saying
concrete
cars
walls.
crash in there?
There's people that don't stop at the stop signs. Or, I mean, to be honest, every time it's happened, the car's been being chased by police. But besides the point,
We can jump it.
It's happened like 5 times. They just go straight. And, like, there's clearly a guardrail, and then they just flip over the guardrail, and then next thing you know, they fall in oncoming traffic. And
I've seen Dukes of Hazzard. We can make it.
I've driven.
floor it.
I drive in the 33 like every day, and I've never seen an accident on
Well,
that
if you
road.
see a car come flying over the edge, try to avoid
I'll be like,
it.
oh, thanks, CJ. I'm glad you warned me.
Oh, hey, it's happening.
I'll actually just look up the whole time I'm driving on that highway.
No one really stops though. Everyone's just like, it happened again.
Damn it. Call the police. Yeah.
Here come the police.
over the edge.
Eventually, it just gets so built up with crash
they
cars
keep
that it turns
chasing
into
them.
a new road.
Yeah, you can go right across because there's so many crash cars.
America, the next idiocracy. It's happening.
Well, yeah, pretty much.
Eventually.
You guys just gonna turn this into shit on America cast?
I mean,
Probably.
We are drinking.
yeah, we're drinking Red's Apple Ale.
I know, it's pretty shitty.
It's not shitty, it's good.
Well, it's delicious, but it's not really.
This is if we wanted to make it shit on America, we'd be drinking like Budweiser.
Well, it's like bitch beer, and CJ's a bitch, so.
I'm just gonna drink to that.
Can we go on break?
We haven't even been doing the show for like an hour. Like we started so late.
No, we've been going.
Should we start FurCast, guys? I think we should start FurCast.
You want to start the show? Welcome to episode 234. I'll be your host tonight, CJ.
I'll be your... No. Support for FurCast comes from Patreon users, including BioWolf, Blaze Fusky, Ashton, Shame on the Photon Wizard, Fayoun, Oliver Fox, Tiffany H., Link Shell, Skipper the Otter, Kaiwana, Catnuck, Jake the Otter, Furry Omega, Wup, Archon the Four-Eyed Dragon, Python Goad, Kitsuya the Minty Leopardess, Tyler the Wusky, Slaughter the Otter, Zoopy Zoo the Oreo Tiggy, Fuzzy the Fox, Crazy Wolf, A Certain Horse, Gaia Wellen, Nakunyame.
And from Hi, holy crap, it's Leslie.
Hey guys, what's up?
Where have you been?
Prison.
Why were you in prison?
Well, someone had to take the fall for the incident. So do you guys want to see my new tattoo?
Shoutouts?
At Ty Husky on Twitter. At Alpha Aware Fox on Twitter. Commander Wolf on Twitter at CommanderWolf3. Shua on Twitter at Pulsing Panther. Dakota Winter on Twitter at DakotaWolf12. Magic Wolf on Twitter at Magic7Wolf. Zelig on Twitter at Stealthy Dragon. Rennick the Surgelfinnic Hybrid on Twitter at _Rennick. Darthus and his mate Ginobo. Cobalt Seeg and his mate Vegas Faben. Macrowolf at macrowolf.com. Silver Gatomon on YouTube. Anthony Wolf Gaming on YouTube. Claudine at Megalo0 on YouTube. Hayu the Fluffy Scarf with Weasel Level Gaming Design on YouTube.
Additional support for FurCast comes from Devin D. Parlett in the Furry Hockey League at furryhockeyleague.com. To Bunny Boy, who still says Paradox is gay. Stinger Griffin from Hazelight Studio. J. Red the Wolf and JustBeFurry.ga. Sylvan Scott on Fur Affinity with macro, micro, and hyperfiction stories. Kitten Concoctions, makers of high-quality tales. Shacket Airlines, we always land on our feet. Jaff the Wolf on Twitter, offering a free lunch to furries in Denmark. Feral Attraction, an advice column and podcast about furry relationships at feralattraction.com. Cheetah Paws, for a daily dose of bulgy arts. Support him at patreon.com/cheetahpaws. And Little Sunshine, who says, message them in chat for a Pokemon battle.
To become a patron and learn more about supporting FurCast, visit furcast.fm/donate. Additional support comes from PayPal, Bitcoin, and listeners like you. Thank you.
This is XDN.
XBN is a subsidiary of Xana Creations, keeping nerdy animals together.
sensation. A certain type of rust. Bad vibrations. Shake the coins across the table. Oh, here it comes. I try to hold the reins with these folded paper hands. I plan on shifting sands. Oh, great equator, city of sound. All we have in a single frame for the first time. Oh, my loves, I wish you could see what I see. Should I spend my days in empty pyramids? What the echo chamber says.
Internet radio by a bunch of crazy animal people. This is XBN.
Your love, supernatural thing. When we touch, you give me some funny feeling in my brain. Come on, come on, I'm so possessed by you. Sometimes I don't even know my name. Oh, baby, interplanetary, extraordinary, interplanetary, extraordinary love. Give me so supernatural. When we kiss, you know you make me hot. I break down sometimes in little empty green spots. You give me all you got. Don't try to play, 'cause I mean a lot. Come on, come on. Your love, so electrifying, so satisfying. God knows I ain't lying. Interplanetary, extraordinary, interplanetary, extraordinary, interplanetary, extraordinary, interplanetary, extraordinary love.
You guys are listening to FurCast on XBN. Shout out to Scarlet River the Cat in chat. That was Supernatural Thing by good old Adam Freeland. Awesome artist. And we are back, and we were just talking in the chat room about Tim Tams. My camera died, overheated, so I can't show it, but love these things. These are so good. I am trying to find a retailer in our area that imports these in bulk from Australia because, yeah, you just killed that camera.
Yep, my foot landed on the...
Your foot landed on the battery backup unit?
Yep.
Cats can
only destroy.
Can
only destroy. Oh, I gotta reset the, nope, and now it's in error mode. It's gonna be broken forever, no! Hold on, let's see if I do that, and then that.
This is why we don't have cats in the studio.
Yep. There we go. So, camera reset, there we go.
Fuck yeah, I broke it! Mission success.
Maybe I should, cover up the button on that UPS with something.
Is there any option to put it on a non-switched outlet?
I don't believe...
Just don't touch the switch
just
outlet.
Don't touch this. Yeah.
How about we rotate
No, you
can't. Don't touch.
Don't touch it. You're gonna break it.
There we go. Now the button's not in the way of my foot.
There might be a way in software I can disable the button, but then the button wouldn't work. So I'm not going to do that.
Why do you even need the power button on it, though?
Just don't touch it.
Because it's a battery backup unit. If you unplug it from the wall, the inverter will still run.
True.
And I believe that at least it's not a line interactive unit, so it'll run for a little while. But then it'll
just
beep
not
annoyingly.
touch.
Yeah.
I know you're a cat.
Could also just not break
touch.
It's also called it being right at my feet.
Don't touch.
Meanwhile, Tim Tams. So I've been looking for a retailer in my area that imports these in bulk from Australia because I really, really like these things.
Why?
If you've never had Tim Tams, they're essentially Kit Kat bars that don't suck. And really, really like them. And a bunch of people are saying Walmart, but Walmart doesn't carry them in this region. So I'm just kind of looking around for them. I bought these on Amazon. It was $10 for this package, and it was so worth it. I would probably spend another $10 on another package. They're so good. I love Tim Tams. I love Tim Tams. They're so good.
I prefer the caramel waffles.
Well, there's actually caramel.
I
There's
don't
all
care
kinds of
about your Tim
different flavors.
Tams.
There's
I want
different
my
flavors
caramel-
of Tim Tams. There's like 30 different flavors of Tim Tams.
I like the caramel waffles, like the little two little waffle pieces that are like together. And
I
there's,
don't like
caramel.
those. I don't
Those are
like
amazing.
I'm not a caramel
Is that
person.
a stroopwafel?
It's a chocolate
stroopwafel.
biscuit.
Stroopwafel is like two like waffle sort of like wafer things
Thins, yeah.
with like a caramel sauce in between.
Yes.
Yeah, I hate
those
those.
are my favorite.
Yeah, that's stroopwafel.
What about green tea Kit Kats?
Green tea
those are
Kit
interesting.
Kats.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
You know what else is interesting?
I have a pack in my house.
This thing that I found.
Yeah, so Pharaoh found a thing. Should we show the video first?
No, I think I should. No, I think I'm gonna read it first, and then
Side note: it's never good when Pharaoh finds a thing. It's like the dark series of Dr. Seuss. The AD,
Put it
if
this
you
way,
would.
I was discussing that we should just be endorsed by all the ridiculous fucking things that I've found. Yeah, stroopwafel. Oh, I love stroopwafels.
They're fucking delicious.
I will rub stroopwafels on my nipples.
Do you take a video and post it on
I would
Xtube?
definitely do it.
Nice.
Not Xtube, just Twitter, straight up.
Wow. No shame.
Stroopwafels, yeah, no shame.
You know,
My glitter nipples are still number one
You know,
on like Google
CJ?
search, so
that would get a 10 out of 10.
I know what I need to do.
propeller nipples.
Huh?
Propeller nipples.
Propeller nipples.
11 out of 10.
Ooh.
5 out of 7.
For those of you who don't know, the whole 8 out of 10 joke is CJ posted a picture of his penis on his AD Twitter, and I
Might have
replied
said
with
that.
my AD Twitter, and I said 8 out of 10. And that is just forever a joke between us now.
8 out of 10.
8 out of 10.
No, it wasn't 8 out of 10. It was, and
No.
I quote, 8 out of 10 would suck.
I said
hate
I
you
didn't.
both.
I said his dick was 8 out of 10 would suck.
I hate you both. Granted, the only time I made an AD was actually originally just to fuck with people. And pretty much anytime someone posted a dick pic, I would comment on stuff that was not the dick or something like that. So I'd just be like, oh my God, when did you get new shoes?
I do that with people all the time. I'm like, yo, that's a nice wall. Like, when'd you paint your wall? When'd you paint your room? That's all I use my ID for, to be honest. And then occasionally I'll just be like, hey, look at this.
Well,
anyways,
as I always seem to find these interesting products that probably should never, ever hit any kind of market, I found another one. This one actually bothers me, but you're like, I want it. And your face was like,
there's just something about this one.
no.
The mystical.
No.
I feel positive vibes.
No, there's no positive.
So many positive
positive vibe.
Oh,
from this
it's
one.
good though.
I'm actually a little disturbed that
It's good.
this had to happen.
I don't know. Okay. I don't know why this one disturbs you. Out of all the things that we've talked about that are like kind of fucked up,
Like vajankles and like
that in general should have been top of the list.
I think that was top. I think this one tops that one for me.
No, there's no way.
Yeah, this one tops that one. No,
Dude,
because this shouldn't be a thing.
A foot with a vagina in it is pretty fucking creepy. This is more normal than
No,
that.
this is not. This should not be normal. Is what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to get across. That this should not be so normal that it needs a product. But this should stop. This should like no product. No. Like they should have came up with this and someone said no.
That's yes. I'm not gonna say no, but I'm gonna say yes. I'm okay with this. I'm very okay with this.
I'm not.
I'm not okay. No, I am okay. Actually,
It's just someone like on the street just like, yep.
that's fine.
No.
Wow, you're doing a great job.
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay. Maybe we should actually talk about
We should read this.
yes what we're getting into.
Jerk shirt.
Jerk shirt.
Oh, one word. No
One word.
spaces.
No spaces.
Yeah.
No, according to the YouTube video, it's 2 words.
Okay.
The jerk shirt.
with the in there, like the Facebook.
It has to be the.
The Twitter.
I just said so, like this company goes like completely like trade stocks and everything that goes public, and I just mentioned some guys like, listen, drop the just jerk shirt.
Gets all serious about it. Go on.
I'm triggered. This shirt lets you masturbate anywhere without the fear of getting caught.
This is so good. This should be a thing. I'm glad it is.
Why?
I don't know. I just have this like this feeling that says like somebody did well.
No.
You know what? It was probably somebody that got caught jerking off in public, and they're like, "I'm gonna make a shirt."
Why?
Jerk off in public.
No! Stop jerking off in public!
That's a thing.
Is that what you...
That's the thing.
That's how you stop!
Yeah, but that's how you stop.
You don't make an invention to help!
But that's a thing. People are into that. So this helps those people. We're just helping America.
We need to fix a problem. We'll fix it by making it easier to do the problem.
Yeah. I don't see a problem with this.
I do.
I might buy one.
I know you would. This is why you're my problem. CJ out here is getting on your bus, and you'd probably have a black hand one, so it would make no sense.
Wait, there's different kinds?
Hold on.
Oh, man.
Oh, God.
I'm ready.
Now that the premise is there for you, there's no discretion here for what this shirt is used for. The shirt has plenty up its sleeve.
I'm fucking done.
A new dress shirt has been developed, equipped with a prosthetic arm. So users can...
Wait. So it's not like it's built so like it hides you masturbating, but it actually has... What is a prosthetic arm? Well, I'm so confused.
So they can masturbate in public. Individuals' real hands are... hands? Two hands, apparently.
It's a two-hander.
Oh, wait.
No. Is it...
He's broken.
Do you just have two prosthetic arms and you're just two-handed jerking as you have just two prosthetic arms like in your shirt? I don't understand that. Like, why?
I'm just gonna say this
know
is
what we're
some
gonna
of
have
the
to
best
do?
photography material I've seen in a while.
We're gonna have to buy one and test it out. Just to find out for ourselves.
I'm buying a full-body scroll guard and staying away from you.
It's okay, I'll just be jerking off in public.
This bothers me to even read. Individuals' real hands are hidden underneath the shirt, allowing them undercover stimulation anytime, anywhere, without fear of getting caught in the act. The shirt's maker, adult webcam company Cam Soda, said in the press release to announce the launch. The jerk shirt is a real item, a rep assured the Huffington Post, and it is a $49.99 dress shirt.
Oh, it's a dress shirt. You can wear that to work. I mean, and look classy at the same time. There are so many benefits here. Nothing but good vibes. I'm telling you.
Yeah, really, really, really good vibes.
Really, really
Get
good
out!
vibes. I can't.
Don't get off.
You'll see me jerking off. I need this shirt. These aren't my real hands.
These aren't my real hands. Is that like a pickup line when you wear these shirts?
You could like you're just at a party. Some like chick walks up to you like, hey babe, you wanna know a secret? These aren't my real arms.
These aren't my real hands. Well, where are they? Let me show ya. Oh, this is gold. Wait. Pause it again. Okay, so same situation. These aren't my real hands. And then you whip out the dick tuxedo. You would be definitely getting laid.
This is not classy. You have a wrong definition of classy, my friend. There is nothing at all classy about that in any way, any shape, any form. This is not classy.
You're wearing a dress shirt.
No, with fake hands, you can show your
Come on.
Oh my god.
That's just too good. That's so good.
That said, the Huffington Post does not condone public masturbation. It is disgusting and often very illegal. Get a fucking room. Go jerk off in one of your stalls that someone can peek over the corner in. You know, that truck stop is apparently perfect for that.
Huh? Yeah, no. Oh god.
I'm upset.
And as we've documented many times before, you may face humiliating consequences. And the article actually lists this guy, or this guy, or this guy, or this guy.
All of which are links that you can click
for articles.
For public masturbation?
Yeah. Do you want to click on all the links? You can just go click on all the links.
Caught? No, I don't want to.
Yeah.
Let's see. Wait.
That just
I just want to know.
That just brings
how
my mood
often
down.
this apparently they're catering to a market. So like instead of stopping a problem of being like wow, there's a lot of people who are masturbating in public. We should make it easier for them.
I told you it's a thing.
Oh, a bus driver was doing it. You know, try your bus, masturbate, easy, great. Well, yeah, that's why I don't drive.
Metro?
Am I the only person
Metro.
Am I the only person who, like, probably couldn't even masturbate in public? I don't think I could do that.
The masturbation ninja.
No.
It's literally someone who dresses up like a fucking ninja with his dick out and finds public cameras to jerk off in front of.
Oh my lord! New personal hero. I'm actually crying right now.
He's a talented one. I will give him that.
That's better than the guy that went naked as John Reagan on some guy's front porch. Oh god. That's good. Yep, that's good.
Yeah, that's good.
The manufacturer of this company has a different opinion and perspective. Their reasoning is so no. The reasoning for developing this shirt is because with more and more people on their mobile devices than ever before, we wanted to provide them the seemingly inconspicuous way to enjoy adult entertainment on the go.
No.
This shirt is available for pre-order and comes with a stain-resistant splash guard
Hold
shield.
on. Was this a
on the
Kickstarter?
inside.
Was this a Kickstarter? This seems like it could be a Kickstarter.
Well, there's a video. Do you want to watch the video, guys? There's the video.
Okay, let me just finish the rest of this, please, before we play. I don't even want to.
Okay.
The stain-resistant splash guard.
Okay.
On the inside of the shirt. Still think the shirt is a... I'm not even jerky idea. No.
No.
All right, video time.
Are you tired of getting caught? Whacking your willy? Eating your meat? Spanking your monkey? By your mom? Your dad?
Man, you doing this?
Or even your little sister? Oh no. How embarrassing. Say hello to the jerk shirt. With a prosthetic arm built directly into the jerk shirt, our fine friends at Cam Soda have created a shirt so you never get caught jacking the beans again. And our lifelike hand will fool everybody, including your family. Thanks, jerkshirt.
Light, beige, tan, and dark.
Oh God.
Is it just a joke or does it actually exist?
It exists. It's
It
$49.99.
exists.
I feel like it's just a joke product.
Yeah.
Like it's obviously a
be.
joke product after watching that. I mean,
I don't think the
This is a Kickstarter idea for sure. This has to have been a Kickstarter or something like that.
I feel like
Not gonna lie though, that video was a little disappointing.
yeah, the video
There
is
was
pretty
so
terrible.
much more hype in the article, and then the video is just like a total letdown.
well, it's products made by the porn industry. Their acting is really good, apparently. We've learned that a long time ago.
I'm disappointed.
And what happened to having 2 prosthetic arms? That showed 1. Is there like an upgraded version? Like the plus model?
I'm disappointed by this entire
I'm
thing.
done with every single
can we,
part
can
of
we
this.
move on? Can we
Yeah,
move on to something?
Yeah, we need to move on.
I
Let's move
accept-
on. Like
I second this motion.
the whole thing was frustrating.
You're frustrating. I'm frustrated.
You found it.
You're the one that brought it up. I didn't even know it existed, and now I do.
Oh, Sovos brings up a good point. What about left-handed people? They only give a right-hand option.
That's how you get caught.
That's how you get caught.
Oh, hey, what's going on under your shirt? Wait a minute, you're not right-handed.
How come you have 2 right hands? That's a dead giveaway right there. You know what? We should make the left-handed one.
Okay.
Sell it in the left-handed store?
Ah, jeez.
Why not? Made in America. The Made in America store.
Despite the video being absolutely terrible, this is a real product.
I know. I know it is. I'm not gonna
Phoenix
buy
Tar
one.
wants to know if there's a tar version of the product. Well, tars don't wear clothes, so
So you're fucked anyway.
yeah.
But if they did, oops. But if they did, we're not gonna go into this. We don't need to go into this.
So, random side tangent on that, actually. So we were talking about that, like, in a world of tars, how it would, like, be really awkward, like, if you, like, ever got an erection in public or whatever. And a few people in a tar chat that I'm in were suggesting that you could just lie down, because then it would hide it. But I actually prefer the idea, especially, like, talking about tar stories and stuff like that, that I love how I'm just moving on from something frustrating to something even more frustrating from Pharaoh's perspective. I'm going to keep going. So, we were talking about the idea that in the world of, like, tars and stuff, generally, like, not necessarily sex, but just like that type of stuff would be more acceptable in the public. So kind of like how, you know, you can eat in public and that's not weird. In a world of tars, you could be like, maybe not necessarily like you can, there's certain places in public where you probably shouldn't eat, or if you eat, it's going to annoy the people around you. Like if you're in a meeting at work, you probably shouldn't be eating a burger when you're in an important meeting at work. Probably also shouldn't be
Or masturbating.
Or masturbating. Probably shouldn't be doing that. But yeah, so it's kind of that idea. And so actually, we looked into the backstory of Chackets, and that is actually in the backstory of Chackets. Basically, the concept is that because Chackets are all technically the same gender, sort of, well, not exactly the same gender, but they're all the same sex, there is no stigma in their society about, for instance, being sexually attracted to something in public or having an erection or whatever. And I just thought that was a really cool idea. And I think there's probably cultures that were like that in our society like a really long time ago. And maybe sometime really long in the future it'll be like that again. That's kind of a cool concept. But, you know, obviously it's not like that, which is why this shirt exists and shouldn't exist. So, yeah. Anyway, do we have anything else that we can move on to that's not this topic?
Hey, this was all Pharaoh's fault.
I just there you go. That's my response to this.
No, I'm saying Chackets.
Makes eye contact.
And you can see it too.
There's a question, how does the tar masturbate? Simple. They actually can lie down. They're flexible and they can reach it. Or, well, it depends. If they're a centaur, it's a little more difficult because then they have hooves. But if it's a tor, they have 4 paws, and the 4 paws can possibly have thumbs on them, or like an opposable digit, so they can actually masturbate still. There's tons of art of it, actually. There's lots of art of tars masturbating, actually, if you look it up. So,
No.
Yeah, people in the chat room are just kind of biased against TARS, I think.
Well, they're also posting art of TARS.
Yeah. Yeah, they are. Anyway, moving on.
Yay, flood of E621 links.
Oh, man.
So,
Pharaoh's done. Yeah, he's done.
Yep.
Yeah, he is.
I didn't realize how bad that was. That actually upsets me. That exists.
That's surprising. I'm still surprised.
I'd rather take like 1,000 dick tuxedos. Because at least that's like
Phrasing.
creative fashion.
Wow.
No, we can just disagree, and we can agree that it's just wrong.
Made in America store is gonna get really fucking weird.
Yeah, once we make our left-handed ones.
Oh god.
Things we made we regret. So I'm gonna copy that.
Now I understand why. Just end my life and let's mourn. I'm good with that now. I don't want to live on this planet anymore.
Let's just mourn.
So, what do you guys say we give the email theme another playthrough?
Oh yes, I'm ready for this emails, and then I think emails will help me.
Yeah.
I own words.
Emails may help you, Pharaoh, or they may not.
I don't think anything will help me at this point in time.
Nope.
I do this show.
Yep.
My life's pretty much over anyhow.
Where's all the good mail gone, and where are all the fans?
Where's the streetwise fursuits to fight the rising spam? Isn't there a white knight upon a centaur steed? Late at night I toss and I turn and I dream of what I read. We need an email. We're holding out for an email to the end of the night. It's gotta be good and it's gotta be quick and the grammar's just got to be right. We need an email. We're holding out for an email to the end of the night. It's gotta be good and it's gotta be quick and the grammar's just got to be right. Got to be right. Somewhere after news, right? In our wildest fantasies. Somewhere just beyond our reach, there's an email reaching back for me. Racing on the segments and rising with the heat. It's gonna take some fan mail to sweep us off our feet. We need an email.
Absolutely lovely.
That's good.
That's so good.
Created by the wonderful fan, Jalacey.
Yes, Jalacey, as I pronounce her name right for the first time ever. Anyway, so emails, I don't think any of us got any of them ready.
No, I wasn't even ready for that.
No, wasn't even, yeah.
Wasn't even ready for that one.
You were trying to find the hidden dicks.
I was actually trying to find the hidden dicks. I think I found one.
I need to watch it again. We need to play it right now. No, I'm joking.
Suddenly penis.
I need to find them.
I'm done with penis for tonight.
I am too. Yeah.
Jeez. I just gotta pick up the slack.
Hey, so I have a quick email, and let me just... I didn't set the graphics to say email, so hold on. And make the graphics full, and then we do the... There we go. All right, so... Hey, FurCast, Gladwin here. I wanted to ask Pharaoh a question that a few listeners may not understand. Why you like TARS? It's one pet peeve that I do not get, and I want a probable, possibly funny explanation. It just makes me think of possibilities to why Pharaoh does not tolerate centaurs. Did someone make gay porn of him as a tar? Did Pharaoh have a bad experience as a child with the tar? Could it have been a bad dream? Parenting? Confuzzling? A past fursuit? Or is he secretly hiding the fact that Pharaoh is a tar? #conspiracy, and is trying to stay under the radar. Thank you for taking the time to talk about this. Sincerely, Gladwin Lavrov, unlicensed tar hunter. Sent from my iPhone. So, whoops, I hit that button instead of that button. So, Pharaoh, I hit the wrong button again. I'm gonna hit the button again. There we go. Pharaoh, you got anything you want to say there about that? You know, maybe.
I met Cart Fox and I was so disgusted that I never liked Tars again.
Is that literally it?
That's actually valid.
I know.
Wow.
I saw his face and it just like
no, he's not.
haunts
He's
my
not
nightmares.
But that's kind of biased. I mean, that's like seeing, you know.
It's like seeing me.
It's like seeing a race of person and then like.
But he also like ruined my life with Tars, so.
Cart?
Yeah.
That's because you don't like him though. So if you liked him, it wouldn't be a problem.
You don't like Cart?
No, I love Cart. Kind of. Of course I love
you
Cart.
You don't like Cart.
I like Cart when he's Cart Fox. Because he tries to hula hoop and it's funny.
That was pretty funny. Watching him try to hula hoop in fursuit, that was pretty great.
Nah, to be honest, I don't like 4 legs. It's like having like a feral creature.
Yeah, that's the cool idea of it. Is it's feral.
Nah, like,
So
that's
what
like
about,
let's get a quad
You
suiter.
don't like dogs?
Well, like
They have 4 legs.
Do you want to be a quad suiter?
No.
Well,
I'm not shitting on any quad suiters.
I have a legitimate question for you. Is it like just like some of the furry concept Tars that you don't like, but you liked maybe like original centaurs and mythology and stuff like that? I feel
No, because I would never even want to ride a centaur because it'd be like a half-naked man that you're riding on.
Okay, but I mean, I just figured it'd be like, I don't know, it seems like fantasy world stuff that you'd appreciate. I don't know.
I don't want to ride on a half-naked
I'm not saying you have to ride it. Why do you have to ride it?
I have to look at it still.
What's the problem with looking at it?
It's got a giant horse dick.
Okay.
These aren't things that I like. I know.
Does it bother you looking at real horses?
All these points are like
horses.
You're like,
bother you?
that's what I like. I like that. So like, we're the complete polar opposite.
But
Because
wait,
everything
wait,
I
wait.
mentioned, you're like, yeah, I'm ready for that.
So do you not like to look at horses then?
I'm straight. I don't like penis.
Okay,
but it could
we're
be
not
a
talking about
female. What about a female centaur?
Looking at the horse's penis, just the horse in general.
Horses are nice.
Okay, so then what would be the problem with like a female centaur?
Hey, I'm still even offset by a female centaur.
Why?
Their things just don't feel right.
I definitely agree that
I
there's,
don't like mermaids either, to be honest.
Well, mermaids is a little weird because it's like cold-blooded, warm-blooded, and like a bunch of other stuff that
mermaids
doesn't make sense. But like centaurs, I feel like make a little bit more sense.
What makes a little more sense?
Centaurs do more than mermaids, evolutionary-wise.
Like when someone passed out though, but like they were still standing up.
What? Then the same. Why is that a question you have to ask?
Because then it's kind of creepy. Because then it's like almost like a centipede level. Because like then his front part of his body like droops down. Then his hands are like touching the ground. And then it's like 6 limbs. No creatures have 6 limbs.
Actually, that's blatantly not true.
Do you not biology?
No good creatures have 6 limbs. Anything above 6 limbs, you're pressing me.
But I mean, just I don't know, like especially centaurs.
You can like Tars. It doesn't bother me that you like Tars. I just don't like them.
Okay, I just want to know why. I'm just questioning what it is about it that you don't like.
I don't like all the limbs.
Okay.
It's too many limbs. I'm a 1-tab man. I don't need this many limbs either.
You have way more than one browser tab open right now.
I know. This show has corrupted me.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I remember when you first started FurCast and you refused to open more than one tab in your web browser.
I know.
It was
good times.
No.
It's true to my heart.
It wasn't good times.
It's true to my heart. I was myself here at one point. Stayed strong for a long time.
Yeah.
I've never liked Tars. I never liked half-horse people.
Okay. All right. I guess
And then I've been like photoshopped and then tarred by so many Tars.
Well, yeah, that's just because people have to people have to torture you because it's funny.
Tolerate me.
Tolerate. Oh god. Okay, tar puns are annoying, I will admit sometimes.
Any puns are annoying.
Yeah, well, yeah.
My friends.
fur ends.
Okay, can we actually specify that those aren't technically puns? Like a pun is a play on words, not you merging two words that sound the same.
Are you for real?
No, that's not a pun.
No, that
totally
was a
a
pun.
pun.
That was a pun.
That's definitely a pun.
Because you changed for with fur. And there
See,
you
I
go.
always thought a
That's
pun would be like, like if there's an article about, like bees disappearing, and then in the beginning of the article it says, so what's the buzz about the bees disappearing? Like that would be a pun.
That is.
Because
but
you're
saying, are you for real? Because the
Because
pronunciation can be practically identical, it's still a pun.
Okay. But it's obviously not written that way, which is less of a pun, I believe.
Could be.
It could be written that
yeah.
way.
I can't remember. I don't know. Yeah.
If you want puns, just go watch the video we showed.
There's a lot of
last week.
misconceptions. It's actually kind of funny. A lot of people get upset over things that they think are misconceptions that actually aren't misconceptions. A great example is the word literally. People are like, "Oh, you mean figuratively?" Like literally means it actually happened. And actually, no. If you actually read the full definition of literally, one of the things is that it can be used to exaggerate something in speech.
It's called hyperbole, yo.
Yep. And then also the other one is irony. Or something being ironic. There's actually multiple forms of irony, and so even though the one that most people think is irony would technically be using it incorrect. Yeah, there's actually a way to use irony properly in a lot of the ways that people
It's
think
like
is
rain
on your wedding day. Yeah, the rest of the
Somebody in chat just said, "I just thought puns were shitty jokes."
Well, they kind of are.
What was the other part of that email?
That's it. It was literally just them asking why you don't like TARS.
Bad experiences. Bad experiences.
With what?
Tar push-ups. I think that's my greatest experience. Show me how to do tar push-up. Okay. Well, how is that a tar push-up? You need extra.
Well, you're the tar. That was pretty funny.
I don't know how to do it.
And then somebody drew it. That was so great that somebody drew it for us. It was.
I don't know how to do it. Well, you're the tar.
That was funny. I have an email. First time fursuiter. Hello, my name is Shelly. And I'm 16, but the furry community, I'm also known as Kiwi. My persona is 11, and he's got an obsession with ham sandwiches. I think he needs help. Anyways, I just wanted to know, as a first-time fursuiter, what is the best way to stay cool, and what are your tips on making as my camera overheats? Kind of funny. That was funny.
That was good timing.
I mentioned a fursuiter staying cool and the camera overheats. What is your tips on making a cheap suit? I need something for a suit, an oversized onesie, but I'd like tips on how to make the head and feet. I'm wondering if it could ever be cheaper and use one of those Arlo masks that they're selling, pop out the lenses, foam the head, fur, and make it new eyes. Also, I'm confused as how I'm going to convince my dad that not all furries are into fucking, and convince my mom to let me go to Convergence 2017.
Personas.
Yeah, maybe watch Personas, yeah. Thanks for any help. Love you guys. Pharaoh is funniest. Paradox is smartest. CJ is the best glasses enthusiast. I think you need to up your game, CJ. Damn!
Whoa! Oh shit!
Being called out right now.
Wrecked.
Just wait till next week.
Ripping
Give me motivation.
Fucking wrecked.
You just
Rest in pepperoni.
Wow.
that was like a last minute stab, like
Damn,
A2
like I
brute.
was already dead, but you just stabbed me again just because. Jeez.
It's like, officer, I know he was dead, but I just had to make sure and feed him
Fucking-
through a wood chipper.
Fucking wrecked, mate.
Rip in peace, man.
What else is this? That's it. Just step your game up.
And then, yeah, it just says, I think you need to step up your game, CJ. And then at the end of the email, it's signed Kiwi, the wolf, and then their other name, which is Shelly. But yeah,
Ellie
they said,
and Q?
Damn, son.
It's Kweeuu. And then Chelle.
Shelly.
Shelly, yeah. But then I don't know how to pronounce it. But anyway, wow, CJ.
A lot of trouble.
Listen,
Wow.
I am sorry that you're like literally on fire right now. but
Apparently.
I just wanted you to know that.
I just suck right now.
Rip in peace.
R.I.P. in peace.
All right, yeah. Rip in peace.
ATM machine.
Jeez.
Pin number.
Haters. That's why I wear the shades. to
How many
block all
things
these
are there
pictures.
like that? ATM machine.
The
rip in
only
peace,
one that
peace.
is actually correct to say is USB bus, because then you're specifying that the Universal Serial Bus Protocol's bus, which is actually correct.
Yep.
Yeah, but other than that, they're all.
In response to the email,
One of my coworkers says NIC card all the time, network interface card. It bothers me. Anyway, sorry.
these are my hater shades. Just blocking you out, son.
Why do you not have shutter shades then?
that was a pun. That was a pun
Oh,
right
shit.
there.
Yeah, it
Blocking
was
you out, son,
unintentional.
but it's sun because it's
But it
like
was.
person.
No.
But it's sun because it's shades and it's a pun. That's a pun.
Blocking you out, son.
Why do you not have shutter shades?
I do. I just don't like wearing them.
You probably
Okay.
can't fucking see with shutter shades.
I don't like shutter shades. Yeah, that's the other thing. You can't really see them. There's like lines everywhere. So I can't.
No.
It's a great song.
That is a good song. This is like one of the worst episodes we've ever produced. Like, this is terrible.
It's great, but it's terrible.
It's because you have a cat. And
Yep.
it's like they're just
I
breaking.
ruin everything.
You're a kitty. You're a
You
kitty.
know, you
I am
eat-
being poked in the forehead by a wolf.
You're a cat. You're a kitty.
When there's a cat in
Okay.
the show, we can't create.
Okay.
Yeah, we can't.
Okay.
Destroy.
You're implying that FurCast creates anything that isn't destruction. Destruction of our culture and our
I'm just gonna go back to wearing this lens cap as a yarmulke.
Like beneficial destruction.
I mean, like
Like when there's a whale on the beach and then you need to get the whale off the beach, so you put TNT in it and explode it.
Oh my god.
that's actually not. They actually explode on their own.
Yeah.
Yeah. You didn't know that. There's like a gas buildup that happens in their intestines and they
Yep.
explode.
Yep. Their stomach acids stop.
Yeah, but
or
that's a
don't
bad
stop.
thing because that's destruction that's you don't know. It's a random destruction.
No, you can actually predict it fairly accurately based off time of death.
But Americans are stupid and they'll probably walk by it and it'll explode. Or they'll poke it with a stick.
If there's nobody to
Because
Or
Americans
explode.
will definitely poke it with a stick. And that's why you need to blow it up with TNT first. Because explosions.
Okay.
Okay. Anyway, I read 2 emails. Any of you guys have an email?
Nope. Because I was never even logged into the email.
Oh, I thought Pharaoh had one. Maybe CJ had one.
I was looking for one.
I had one.
Oh, go then read it.
You were just like on your own little thing though. Little tangent. Finding people who read it.
I'm good.
Okay. Glad you're good. Dear FurCast. Hey guys at FurCast. I wanted to ask a quick question. Very simple. Do you have any advice for starting a furry gaming related YouTube channel? Thanks for reading. Hugs and fist bumps.
Learn how to be interesting when playing games.
Yeah, that's the main thing.
Yeah.
Point.
Ding.
Okay, well, that was easy.
That's pretty much about it.
Oh, we never answered any of the questions in the last email.
I was gonna
Oh
say,
no, we didn't.
you
Shit.
read an email.
we got so caught up in the burn.
and apparently just
Okay,
yeah,
we'll get to
okay.
that email in a
Gave up.
second. Wow, okay.
We're done with this email.
So,
This one we'll go back to.
going back to CJ needing to step up his game. So yeah, our suggestion is maybe show your parents personas and then maybe
in terms of making a suit, fake fur. Just find some.
yeah, it's arts and crafts. I mean, we don't really have a suit making advice really.
We're not suit makers.
Yeah, maybe ask some people who make suits or join a chat room of people who make suits.
There are plenty of different ideas of how to make suits, and usually going the cheapest route, you're not going to have a good time.
Nope.
Cheaper fur is going to fall apart more, it's going to overheat more, and you're going to have a lot of trouble. Same thing with cheaper foam. It's not going to breathe as much, it'll deteriorate, and especially sweat or anything like that will actually kind of ruin the foam. So any kind of foam work you make with cheap foam will end up probably falling apart, looking like crap, and eventually just being unusable. So it's usually a lot of times, if I could give any advice on making fursuits, is you want to go middle ground. No, you don't want to really go high end, but you definitely want to go middle ground when you're grabbing foam, fur, and there are plenty of tutorials on different ways to make a suit, because that in itself is an infinity to explain.
It's one of those things like learning to play the guitar, where it's like if you start out on the world's shittiest guitar that can't keep a tuning, you're going to be like, oh, my playing sounds like shit. But then if you get an okay guitar, it's like, oh, this sounds okay.
I've never played a guitar. I have an accordion.
Fun. We should start a band.
Anyway, so that's that advice, and then this email. So this email was starting a gaming YouTube channel.
Already got it. Be entertaining.
Yeah, be entertaining. That's pretty much the main thing.
Because you're going to have to battle like 10,000 other people, if not more, that have already been entertaining. So you have to do something different from them to make yourself stand out so that you have people watch you because you're funny.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Just, yeah. Like comedy.
Production value matters a lot less than actually being entertaining.
I mean, it's a good thing to have production value, but it's not a priority over content.
Yeah. And the other thing is you can improve production value over time. But
like you can improve.
Honestly, I wanted to make a gaming channel where I just was strict to the point, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like, I hate so many videos where like, oh, I want to look at this. And like, oh, I want to review this. So you should check out my channel. And then like, there's like 5 minutes of like
there's
them.
plenty of people who actually play video games very seriously on YouTube.
I'm not talking about serious gaming. I like talking like something that just gives a review on like a new downloadable content or something like that comes out. But they always have this like 5-minute intro of whatever they, rating their channel and subscribe and all this other stuff.
Some do, but not all.
Literally, if you just, be good at what you're doing, you really don't have to ask people to subscribe or like. Really? Maybe?
Yeah, sort of. I mean, actually, if you do go on the YouTube content creator school, they recommend make sure at the end of every video you tell
There's
people.
a school now for this?
Yes, they have their own educational thing where if you want to make videos on YouTube, there's like a bunch of tutorials made by famous YouTubers on how to get good at YouTubing.
Yep.
Like Freddie W does some
I feel like that's
tutorials.
watching Fox News to how to be good at stocks.
Not exactly, because it's all genuine advice that you can take and it will help.
It's actual like how to properly light a shot with 3-point lighting, how to properly make a scene seem interesting.
That's good, at least.
How to use like dynamic range compression on audio.
How to write a scene, how to write a script, stuff like that.
Yeah,
as
which
well
is
as
actually
just
kinda
general
cool.
like marketing techniques.
Yeah, and a lot of people need help with that kind of stuff if they've never done video stuff before and they want to get into it. So that's pretty much.
But I think that overshoots a lot of the main point. So that tells you how to make YouTube. But
yeah, it tells you both how to physically make the video, as well as there's a lot of marketing advice in there.
Yeah,
like how to market yourself as a channel and how to like promote yourself.
Which actually is very important, especially if you become a YouTube partner, because there are certain ways that you want to make sure to market yourself, because YouTube changes things sometimes, and it's good if you kind of follow their guidelines and stuff like that. Like they actually have a whole stock audio library of music. Yep. Google has a huge, they have a huge stock library of music.
I'm actually not salty with someone's in the comments like, oh, you were salty to YouTubers. Not really. I like a lot of YouTubers.
We're on YouTube. I mean,
actually, there's a lot of YouTubers that I'm actually really fond of. But
I watch like 6 hours of YouTube a day.
And you watch.
I watch so much YouTube. I like and favorite.
I watch way too much YouTube.
I watch so much.
I think I was more salty that you can't really like tell someone like how do you be a good fursuiter.
You just kind of got to know how to perform.
That's the thing. Is like you kind of got to be you can't like someone who's already in like a YouTube setting. I don't feel like they can really give you advice on to make a good successful YouTube channel because
but plenty of people still follow that advice and still make great videos. So
I know.
Yeah. You're just pointing out that that aspect is missing, and yeah, I think I think they know that. I don't think they're interested in teaching people that.
I know.
Okay.
I know.
Anyway, this song I really like, and it's actually from the stock YouTube
like how
music
I can stare
library.
at him and just like I upset him.
I love this song. It's from their stock
Do
library.
I make you uncomfortable?
No, not really.
I feel like I sometimes do.
No, you definitely don't.
You sure?
You drive me crazy, but you don't make me
Good.
uncomfortable.
Mission
better now.
success.
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't be a fox if I didn't drive wolves crazy. It is hard written in our DNA.
That's true.
When is a fox not giving a wolf a hard time?
Homer?
You beat me to it.
Damn it. There's a pun and there's something in there.
Hard time. Well, you're a fox.
Yeah.
Foxes and wolves, you know.
You stroked your fucking beer.
Technically, I
You
think
said
it's...
and you just start stroking your
Foxes and wolves.
Technically...
You didn't even realize you were doing it though. That's what I had to comment on that because you started talking to me and you sat there and you started going like this and I know you well enough that you weren't doing it on purpose. You were just casually doing it, not fucking realizing
Trying
it.
to set my game up.
Technically, though, I'm pretty sure it would be the wolves giving the foxes a hard time.
Correct.
Yeah.
But how they're getting because you got to think of how they're getting that. You
See, as someone who is in a polyamorous relationship with several foxes, I have to say I was definitely the one giving them the hard time.
Yeah.
But how did you get hard?
What?
Because of the foxes. So they gave you a hard time. Your universe is turned upside down.
Damn! Whoa!
It's a vicious cycle.
Where's that one gif of that dude going like?
No, the one dude where it's like a bunch of people at a rave and they're all like off, and then the one guy's like,
oh yeah,
it's just
that's a great picture.
I love that picture.
What if
somebody in the chat room says it's a paradox?
That's a pun. No, it's not. What is that? That's not a pun. What am I talking about?
Anyway,
you stop the general.
Who, me?
I'm gonna put you down so we can mourn.
Can we end the show? I'm set with all of you tonight.
Yeah, I think
of my life. Well, you know what we should do is ask the chat room for questions, because I feel like that will be a different turn of events.
Yeah, why don't we? Yeah, chat room Q&A, and then you know what we'll do is we'll just I'll skip through some emails here. Let's see if we can find some to read, because I know there are some good ones that came in this week.
The bulges.
And this one's kind of funny. The bulge to the bulgeless. I would like to start this off by asking that you do not read my email address. Oh,
We've never really read email addresses.
Now, my name is Reagan. I'm a raptor. I have a rather small problem. I lack a bulge. Well, it is actually a small problem.
I mean, raptors don't have balls on the outside of them.
My main question is, do you think cheetah paws can draw me? That's kind of funny. You always talk about how he is king of bulge, but
cheetah paws can put bulge in a fruit.
But can he be seen with a bulgeless creature? Would a bulge for him to even see me? These questions keep keeping me up at night, and my feathers ruffle occasionally. I am in dire need of advice about this, so could you help? Your extinct fan, Reagan the Raptor.
Notice me, senpai.
The fact that it was that cheetah paws can't notice people unless there's a bulge. Like, they're invisible to him until you put a bulge on, and then it appears, like, magician-wise. Cheetah paws has gone his life so long without ever noticing those without bulge.
Yeah, like Donald Trump.
Wow. No, he just has small hands.
You went there.
Yep.
No, he just has small hands.
Yeah, he has small
By the way, that stupid fucking China song has been stuck in my head all week. Since you played it for me last week.
Oh, yeah, the China.
I really want to edit together, though.
I hate that. Oh, God, don't.
So I really want to edit together the Donald Trump with small hands and then the clip from Deadpool. I bet this is going to make it feel huge.
What if you got more views on that than your Willy Wonka video?
Oh my god!
Oh my fucking god!
How many views do you have on your Willy Wonka video on your YouTube channel?
I don't know. Every time something new happens, that video is used.
You lose.
That video fuels the internet.
Isn't it like the only video on your channel? No, you have the MFF video.
I have like different videos. Nothing else gets watched. It's just that. People subscribe just for that video, which I don't understand.
I love how
I told you that video.
You're famous for your Willy Wonka video on your YouTube channel. I love it.
That video fuels the internet. Corporations use it.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, when it gets embedded and stuff. Oh my god.
Like Microsoft, like
let's just pull it up.
Team
really
Fortress used it for their hats or whatever.
YouTube.com/Pharaoh, and then we go to videos, and then it's there it is, 3.2 million views.
They're black and white, clear as crystal. You get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
Welcome to our show.
Oh, let's see. I love how there's probably top cut. To think 6 years ago I made this. Let's see. Dear Fine Bro, sincerely the internet. Oh my god. Wow. Mass Effect 3.
I guess this is how I felt when I got friend zoned.
EA to gamers.
The comments are what sell me, and I get the bad part of it is I keep on getting messages from this.
Oh really? You still get messages from it?
Powerball results.
Oh.
I wish you could search YouTube comments by their top rated, like the top most liked.
Yeah,
ones.
the algorithm recycles them every once in a while, which is kind of annoying. But
I wish you could just get all of them from the top. Like,
could you write down this email? Anyway, I'm gonna check chat room, see what if there's anything. I don't know if they did.
Can
No, I
you
don't
go
think
back
they
to the
did.
email real quick? I can see it.
CJ and Pharaoh, why don't you two just kiss and make up?
Absolutely not.
No.
That's disgusting.
We've never kissed, right?
Not on purpose.
I think it was on accident.
Like, if you could rape a kiss, you've done that.
Shout out to Ryan who
True.
scrolled down and he went to connect to chat and it suggested that his name was FurCast Fox 666.
Hey.
Anyway,
Questions from fans, because we're going to do something different at the end of the show tonight.
yeah. I just keep going through.
I don't think anyone has any questions.
I've
though.
I've been kind of looking.
People want you to suck Pharaoh's
So
beard
I have
off.
random new viewer
know.
questions. So here's a bunch of them here. I have discovered this show through a random suggested videos section, binge session on YouTube about 6 months ago. Ever since I have been watching this while I have some time to kill, whether it be doing homework or while playing a game. There are a few questions that have popped into my head along the way. How long has FurCast been around? Let's find out. FurCast.fm/episodes/FC-1. And it was July 11th, 2010, so about 6 years. What was the highest audience count you've had on a show? I believe 600, 700, something like that. Plus, we usually get about 1,000 views on every YouTube video, and we usually get about 1,000 downloads on our archive episodes.
Have you even checked how many downloads are on the archives?
On the archive stream? No, we don't track it. How much did it cost for everything?
A lot.
Yeah, a lot, but over a very long period of time. I continuously spend money on the show to kind of improve it and stuff like that. For instance, we just built a new audio mixing PC, but
We
it's
just bought a
basically
ridiculously expensive mic.
Yeah, we just. Oh yeah, we should probably talk about that. We'll do that. We'll do that next. This would be. It would be a good show to do the stunt since not much else is going on. I'll get ready for it. But basically, just kind of a really long time for tons of stuff. It's just a hodgepodge of stuff. There's still like a 32-bit like Windows XP machine up there. It's not actually running Windows XP. It's running Debian, but it's like
yay Pentium 4s that you expect to see inside of a public school.
That computer up there has like 4 blown capacitors right next to the CPU, and it still fucking runs.
Yep.
In fact, it has an wait. You know what? Real quick, hold on. I'm gonna
check that uptime.
I'm gonna check the uptime. Let me just SSH.
As our TeamSpeak group says, uptime is greater than life.
Okay. This thing has an uptime of 296 days, and I believe before that it had an uptime of 300 something days, and the only reason the uptime went out is because we lost electricity for more than 24 hours, and I drained all of my battery backup units, and then the generator ran out of fuel. And that is the only reason that it only has an uptime of 296 days. So, yeah. I believe the network switch down there has an uptime of... No, actually, that's right, no. That was taken down because I had to swap the UPS. There's a wireless access point, a backup wireless access point behind a monitor over there that has an uptime of more than a year and a half without rebooting, and it still works great too.
I think
gotta love Cisco Aeronets. They're really stable. But seeing that Paradox is the tech guy, what profession are you in the computer engineering network technician field? So I am a professional IT contractor. I actually work for a company that like does that type of stuff. So we work with like all kinds of clients. And before that, I worked for a data center as a Linux system administrator. And before that, I worked for a computer repair shop. The computer repair shop is where I learned a ton. I loved working at that place. And I actually I basically ran the place, and because one guy who owned it like kind of quit, and I ended up hiring another furry to work with me. And the main guy who didn't know anything about computers who owned the place decided to shut it down after like 2 years. But it was a great run. Me and a furry friend of mine ran a computer repair shop for like 2 years. It was pretty great. We would blast drum and bass, and customers would come in and be like, "What are you guys listening to?" It was pretty great. But yeah, Linux. I worked for the data center for a very short amount of time, and then I worked for the current company I'm at. More than 2 years now. Yeah, almost 2 years and a couple months. So yeah, cool stuff. Good stuff. TC Fox just put in, what do I want to learn and don't have time for? Thank you. That is an incredible question. That's really difficult. I might have to think for that one for a little bit. Probably programming. probably some kind of programming. I'd really like to learn just like some kind of scripting, like probably not
C.
like C. I'd probably like to learn C. Like I definitely don't want to learn like Node.js. I don't think I want to learn PHP.
C or Python.
Python maybe.
HTML. I still know how to do HTML.
I know how to do
It's not really
3 lines of
programming, that's
HTML, and that's it.
I know CSS more than HTML, but no, I mean, I definitely just would like, especially since we use tons of scripting in the back end to do stuff and pull stuff off. I'd like to,
I can program you an amazing architecture in Visual Basic.
Oh yeah, Visual Basic can be really useful for some stuff. We actually use Visual Basic script for doing the lighting controls on this, and also
that was probably the best programming language because it was so easy for me.
Well, the reason I want to know C is because like I'd like to be able to, like, for instance, modify the software that we wrote for the studio that pulls an ELSA driver and no, it's right. It's using Jack Audio for the FLAC stream for Friday Night Tech.
See out Hello World.
I'd like to modify that.
Michael.
But
the fuck? I'm not sure if this is a piece of salt or a piece of glass that I just pulled out of my sock.
Wow.
That was...
Taste it. Taste it and find out.
I'm not sure if I want to. It's
he
slightly
puts it in his
red.
mouth, he just starts bleeding.
You're in America.
It's slightly red.
You'll be okay.
Maybe just like
do it, pussy. Do it, bro.
Does it smell like anything?
Doesn't smell like
smell like
anything.
salt. Does it smell?
No, it doesn't smell.
Somebody in chat asked, how long have I been learning about computers? Probably since I was like maybe like 12 or 13. Yeah.
Yep, that's salt.
That's salt.
Yep, that's salt. It's actually bath salts. Have fun on your trip.
Yep.
Does Pharaoh have any secret fetishes?
Pegging.
Homer.
Wow.
Yep.
It's not so secret anymore.
What is my favorite superhero?
I never really had that many secrets. I mean, everything that I do like is out there.
I am not a fan of superheroes in general.
Nope.
Yep.
I can
not
be
my
your
thing.
superhero.
Could be your hero, baby.
I can kiss away the pain.
Would you ever power the studio with a ton of furries wearing Pornhub wank bands? I don't think so.
No. How did you guys meet Paradox?
What was the most frustrating computer-related issue you've ever had? You know, when font smoothing locked up the entire kernel, that was that wasn't.
You know what? I'd
frustrating.
have to put in CD firmware malware.
That was great. That was a great story. When we found an LG CD drive that had malware in the firmware of the CD drive that would try to inject itself in the bootloader of Windows. And when we were at the computer repair shop, that was
honestly
amazing.
outside of my work, there was a CD with like a mixtape, like a regular CD. And all I could think of was Mr. Robot, and I just I looked at it every day when I walked in. And I was like, someone's gonna pick that up, and I was like, I wonder if it is like something. I was like, I really want to run that CD. I want to see if there's something programmed on it.
Yeah, there's been a lot of statistical studies that show like if you just take a bunch of USB sticks and put malware on them and just drop them in a parking lot, more than like 60% of them will get like plugged into a computer. And and what they did is they put this little script on these USB sticks using like an auto run exploit for Windows, and they basically all the script did was it just pinged a server, and just once. And so then these guys dropped like 60, and they like had a chart of like all the ones like where they put them, and they figured out that like no matter where you put them in the parking lot, there was like a 60% chance that it would get plugged into a computer, and the computer would be exploitable to a 0 day, because they used a 0 day to actually run the malware. It was pretty funny. But anyway, what is the most frustrating computer-related issue you've ever had? Probably just color space management in general. I would say it's probably the most frustrating thing, just how broken
This is
it
why you don't teach wolves about photography and color space management.
Yeah, color space management is just very frustrating for me as someone who gets into raw photography and who wanted to get into log profile color grading and stuff like that. Really, really annoying. Let's see. Who is the kinkiest host of FurCast?
That question has been going down like 4 times.
Probably me. I would say me.
I own more toys than you.
I don't own any toys, but well, okay. Are we talking about real life fetishes or furry fetishes? Because I definitely am probably the most furry fetishy person here. But I feel like all of you guys in real life are way more fetishy than me, because I have to say all of the sex that I have in real life is really boring. Like I just have boring sex. I don't have like crazy. I mean,
the stare off between CJ and Pharaoh is very real right now.
Like I think the most risque thing I've did was like rimming. That's it.
What are you into, Pharaoh?
Well, he's into pegging.
Yeah, but he's into more. He's got to be.
Are you into like pain or something? Because in the furry world, I'm into all kinds of.
The glasses came off.
Wow!
I have eyes.
It's just getting intense.
I'm not telling you what I'm into. That's just fuel for you.
I know. You want
Exactly.
to have like a kink off?
No, not with you. Ever. Don't touch me.
I don't know.
I have a question. I've recently been trying to get back into the community. I was wondering if you have a good IRC, TeamSpeak, or Discord group. I heard you guys talk on some. Yeah, I do have kind of like a private TeamSpeak server, but we don't like to publicly advertise it as much anymore. Maybe if you private message me outside the show on a different day, I might give you the information, but I don't like to announce it on the show because it can kind of get annoying when tons of people join and then we can't work.
Hey guys, when are we making a motorized lunch table?
We could do that this summer.
I mean, I have the
It's supposed
chassis
to
already
snow
at my
this
school.
weekend, so let me just point that out to people.
Let me just say this.
Paradox.
I have 5 robot chassis ready at my school. I can do this anytime.
All right, somebody wants me to say all my fetishes in 60 seconds. I can do it way quicker than 60 seconds because there's not that many. Let's see. Tars, Hyper, let's see, Cockvor, what else? I'm trying to think if there's any others. I mean, just generic furry stuff, like, you know, tails and stuff. I'm really picky about body
Are you a
anatomy.
paw guy?
Not really. Well, sort of. I mean, for me, body anatomy matters so much that, like, if there's a piece of art that is exactly my fetish and the body anatomy isn't good, I can't.
I find paws cute, but like that's it because I don't like feet. I think feet are the nastiest.
Feet are
paws are cute.
That's what I'm saying.
I can't get into the whole
paws.
sexual.
Yeah, the paws are cute, but I can't get over the fact that they're still feet.
Not really
And
transformation.
Feet really just bother me. I don't like feet.
I do like some transformation stuff, but again, the anatomy has to be good. The concept of transformation isn't interesting to me. It's like
if the art's good.
If the
it's better
art is
than-
good, yeah, that's really
Transformation.
That's very fun.
Persona transformation.
Would you guys make a FurCast movie? Well, we kind of did with Pharaoh's Clues. I'm sure we'll make
Yeah.
another at some point. We did with Pharaoh's Clues. Sort of. It was like a short film.
I was gonna tell you like there was we didn't read it or do it because it was just in my section. But some actor just recently made like a movie trailer, but how he did it is a fake movie trailer.
Mm-hmm.
But he just went out to random people in the streets and was like, "Hey, you want to be in a movie?" And pretty much came out because it was pretty funny to be honest.
I was trying to read
so it'd be us like actually just running out into like the streets and be like, "Hey, do you want to be part of our film?" If they say yes, you could use them. You know, whatever sign whatever bullshit that people have to sign, and then like a non-disclosure agreement or whatever. I don't know if it's non-disclosure, but and then just record some random improv with them, and then you edit it all together. Like what he did was he edited it all together into a fake movie clip, like in a world where one cop needs to fight a city.
That's funny. How is the house hunt coming, and is the ability to potentially get a fiber transit factoring into your decision? So I'm not that worried about fiber transit because even if there's only like HFC DOCSIS available in the area, usually there's ways to work in getting a. Speaking of which, Pharaoh, so since we don't know what's happening with your job, but if you keep your job, could you maybe ask if we could get a Metro Ethernet link? Could you ask that?
Well, the engineers are just giving up on hope and love and everything. So
you should become an engineer.
Good.
Yeah, except don't move. Because I know you have to move.
I'm not moving to Texas, and I'm definitely not moving to Kansas.
Yeah.
Nope. Both of those are a nope.
If all the technology in the room was be silent, would I be upset / unable to sleep / miss it? Not sure. I don't have trouble sleeping in rooms that are silent, so I don't think that's an issue. What phone do you have? You have an overclocked Samsung X3 with a cyanogen mod. Or cyanogen mod, sorry. It says cryogens mod. Oh, maybe it is cryogen.
Cyanogen?
Maybe he meant to say cyanogen.
Simple tree. How much will it cost?
So, wow, that's pretty crazy. You have an overclock phone. Right now, I have an iPhone 6s. I'm pretty sure my next phone is probably going to be whatever Nexus is released. Really liking the way those phones are looking. What is your threshold for NTP time offset? Anything more than like 300 milliseconds bothers me. If I can see it with my eyes, it bothers me. Paradox, Pharaoh, CJ, and Guest going back earlier to the show. Do you think that the creator of Jack Shirt was made by the same person to watch porn for half the work year? Yeah, I remember that story. That was great.
Could be.
But
Hey, Paradox.
What?
You're a cat.
Oh, jeez.
I don't know why I said that. Leon just told me to.
For Wolf99, how many things can you list doing at a FurCon?
I mean,
can we
what kind of things? There's a lot of things to do at a FurCon.
We could probably make a Wikipedia article.
How many
about
things
it.
that you do at a FurCon?
How many things do I do at a FurCon?
You don't go to panels. You just drink and you get lost.
I usually
and you make it an adventure.
Hang out with AV, walk around a lot, hug people, take pictures.
I fursuit.
Usually I snuggle with a few people.
I snuggle. Yeah, I snuggle.
Okay, let's see.
I get my
Sleep.
snug on.
I usually try to take showers with.
I hardly
people.
sleep. That's very rare.
And then either run lights or annoy the person who's running lights so that they'll let me run lights. Hang out and or annoy Audie.
I mean, that's a.
Then
you have to
eat,
do
and
that.
that's about it.
Okay, TC Fox says, and to all of us, you get to visit 3 non-English speaking countries for a month. What would you choose? Hands down, Germany, Japan, and
Australia. As the last one, because you're not coming out alive.
Okay.
That's where you end your trip.
In that order.
Germany, Japan.
Yep.
Australia.
By the way, if your tracking collar dies, we won't know where you are. We will not mourn you.
Yep.
Yeah, I've got to agree with Germany and Japan, and then for the third country, probably somewhere in the middle of like Central America.
What's funny is all the people I know in Germany speak really good English, though. So I feel like it wouldn't be.
Yay, proper education systems.
Yeah. Well, when you grow
They
up
don't
with
speak
it.
English in Australia. They speak Outback.
No, it's actually English. It's just upside down. It's like you speak it backwards. Like you actually
You have
write
to
it.
use that one little HTML trick where it flips all the letters up.
You gotta read their textbooks. It's all upside down.
What if we created a flag, like a code flag in the FurCast website? So if you come from the region of like anywhere on the southern hemisphere, it flips the site just to piss everybody off. Oh man, that's crazy. And yeah, there's tons of English stuff in Japan because of all the tourism and stuff like that. It really depends on where
There's
you go.
English stuff everywhere in the world.
Yeah,
That's
it's-
just kind of colonialism at its best.
You know, especially if you go to a place that's got a high amount of tourism. I will say though, whenever I go visit any country, I do not like to be a tourist. I don't care about sightseeing. Like, if I visited London, for instance, I am not coming back with a picture of Big Ben. I will come back with a picture of my friends and I going out to eat. I will come back with pictures of maybe a con. I don't.
You'll
care
come back
about-
with pictures of crazy architecture.
Yeah, but like I don't. I hate tourism crap. Like I'd rather just hang out with people that I already know and like go out to eat with them and just live their life. That's what I'm interested in. What video games inspired you guys from your childhood? I didn't really have much video game inspiration. I played a lot of Banjo-Kazooie, Super Mario, Diddy Kong Racing.
See, I never got a game console until I was in grade 7.
I played enough Ratchet and Clank that became friends with the Insomniacs and then ended up running their site and then became in the credits of all their games.
Yep, that's why Pharaoh's in the credits of all Insomniac games.
Hence why you're wearing one of their t-shirts.
Have you seen the Ratchet and Clank movie yet?
No.
Nope.
Speaking of, I'm wearing a
Oh,
company
you're actually
t-shirt.
wearing casually wearing a company t-shirt. Would I ever give it a smartwatch? Not anytime soon. I kind of want them to just get a little bit more useful first. I'm really looking forward to see what some of the newer Android Wear watches, as well as the new Apple Watch, the second gen, comes out with, because I'm just kind of waiting for them to kind of iron out the fact that a lot of dealing with it is just annoying and not very useful for anything other than notifications. I don't know. Someday maybe I'll get a smartwatch. But
Yeah, I was not in the credits of the movie.
yeah, I
For the new game I was.
I like to use technology, not wear it. I've never been into wearable tech. But the other thing is, I'm also not a watch wearing person. Like, I've never enjoyed wearing a watch and having the time like there on my wrist. I just don't like that. So, yeah.
My favorite watch when I was younger was a one that actually was a Magic 8-ball.
Oh, those things.
Yeah,
I still have it.
I remember those.
Yeah,
I
LG
still have it.
The Moto 360 looks pretty good, and I'm sure Apple's second gen watch will probably be pretty good. But I just kind of, haven't. Not yet.
That Pebble time, yo.
Pebble's pretty cool. Yeah, Pebble seems cool, but the only problem is some of the. Oh, you got the Pebble right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pebble
On
time.
iOS, you got to deal with a lot of API limitations, but I
Yep.
know they're pretty useful for other
Because
things.
yay, Apple.
But even then, I don't know.
My goal though is still to end up doing registering with the Screen Actors Guild with voice acting, which is like not the Screen Actors Guild, but it's like actually a combination of the Radio Broadcasters Guild as well. And then pretty much because you can't actually do any legit voice acting without paying them first. Case in point, any kind of video game acting, if you ever do that for voice acting, you actually need, unless it's an indie film or an indie game,
Yeah.
you need to be a part of the Screen Actors Guild. Yep. So it's actually, you're blocked. So the same people, like I wanted to do a voice for pretty much Insomniac Games.
So I'm gonna show off this mic on my camera. I can. It's okay. I can.
Oh,
I
you
can do it.
finally, is it this one you finally got?
Yeah. Yeah.
There's
Oh,
dust
yeah.
on
I've
it.
had it for weeks.
Why is there dust on it?
What? There's just because it was on the floor. That's why it's in a box.
Like you're not treating it with respect.
It's inside of a box that
it's inside of a wooden box.
Yeah.
And why isn't he treating the wooden box with respect?
We're gonna show off this microphone, but let's not talk about what it is. Okay. Just saying. So I'm gonna open this box
again soon.
So first of all, we're not really upgrading to this. I'm just kind of using it for various things. But let me just.
Why have you tested it yet?
Okay. Yeah, I used it on all the shoutouts. I've used it several times. But anyway, so I'm gonna actually open this box so you guys can see this mic. Yep. This music plays whenever I open the box. It's kind of annoying. It's kind of one of the downfalls of this product, actually.
I heard BBC.
Yeah.
BBC just came in. I heard it like an ocean breeze.
BBC or NPR?
Yeah, see, the thing is, NPR and BBC both got a special piece of equipment from the mic manufacturer that injects a phase-inverted signal
of the music. Yeah. But yeah, you got all your pattern switching. Oh, and my camera died. But we got pattern switching and your filter and your infrared and everything. Just gonna put that back in the box. So, yeah, there's the mic.
Yeah, it's more valuable than a big black cock for the chat room.
Yep. So, yeah.
Yeah, take a
wild guess what the make and model is. Anyway, for anybody who saw the video feed. Oh, and I have and the shock mount. I love the shock mount for this mic because it's like all rusty and everything.
It's a badass shock mount.
It's a pretty badass shock mount.
It's like this shock mount has its own shock mount.
Like, just if you compare, like, it's huge. Like, compare it to this side. Like, this shock mount is bigger than this mic. Yeah, it's pretty great. So it's good stuff. But yeah, good stuff. Anyway,
RCP, of course you know.
What is one of my favorite artists when it
RCP,
comes to music?
wrong.
Favorite artist? That's the point of FNT. That's why I do our whole radio show dedicated to music. If you go to the top of the FurCast website and click FNT, probably Trent Moeller, BT, Will Post. There's so many. I don't even know how I'd announce them. Adam Freeland. Yeah, there's tons of them. Does audio equipment arouse you? Yes.
Depends on the audio equipment.
Paradox, is there anyone there, a car guy I can ask a question about? My car's retired 03 Impala. Is that a good for racing?
What?
Oh, he has an 03 Impala.
Silvergato, change that was to still is.
Sure. Yes.
Okay. It's good for racing.
You can race an 03 Impala.
You can race anything you want.
You just gotta be good
Where
at
do
driving.
I get my music? I get it from all kinds of places. I get it from, I buy a lot of it. So I buy a lot of it from Beatport, Bandcamp, stuff like that. Sometimes SoundCloud. And then a lot of times I get stuff, if I can't purchase it, I'll get it through a private torrent tracker, something like what.cd. Yeah, it's kind of funny. If I go to buy music and it's either A, only available on iTunes, or B, it says, you cannot purchase this in your region, I say, fuck you, and then I steal it. But I usually get it in lossless. Almost all of my music is either FLAC or AIF or WAVE. So, yeah. I generally don't. MP3 is only like if I can't get anything else. I distribute all stuff in MP3 because like MP3 is made for distribution, but like when it comes to music that I collect that I love, I want to always have it in FLAC. The other reason is not necessarily for hearing a difference between MP3 and FLAC, but also because I've got to play the music on the show, and the show, when we do bit perfect mode on our music show, it's fine. But for something like FurCast, the music gets degraded as it goes through the workflow before it gets to your ears. So I want to make sure that the music that I play is the best possible quality. So like I don't ever, rip YouTube videos or anything like that. What boom arms we use for the mics? I don't know. It's fucking shitty eBay special from 5 years ago. What do you think I'd be doing with your life if I had never discovered furry? Probably all the same stuff, to be honest.
My favorite time, though, is like every time like we ask for questions, everyone directs every technical question they possibly think of to you, and they really don't answer many other questions.
It's the Paradox is now the IT helpline.
Paradox, whenever I torrent, my ISP gets mad and holds a gun to me and tells me not how do I make it so that they won't. So, thing is, your ISP does not yell at you for torrenting because they watched your connection. They're like, oh, guy's torrenting. They
actually get in trouble for torrenting. You can only get in trouble for uploading.
Keep in mind, torrenting is not necessarily that. Torrenting isn't any more illegal than Firefox is illegal, and Firefox is pretty illegal.
Torrenting is just a file type.
Yeah, it's just a file protocol. Really, what happens is, let's say you torrent a video game that you really want, right? Let's say, I don't know, random shitty game, Call of Duty. Okay, let's say Call of Duty. So you torrent that. What will happen is that company that makes that video game will torrent their own game, and then they will write down all of the IP addresses of all the people who connect to torrent that game, and then they will like do a whois on the IP address, and then they actually will send a cease and desist to those different providers, ISPs, data centers, whatever, to say that, hey, your user using this IP address, did that. So, of course, your ISP just forwards that letter to you, cease and desist. So that's usually how they catch you. That's why things like private torrent trackers exist, so that stuff like that doesn't happen.
I want to know why we don't torrent FurCast, because we could call it a torrent.
Yeah.
No.
Why does my Windows 10 hate older games like Doom 95? I don't know. Check with your GPU driver manufacturer.
Compatibility modes.
Yeah, compatibility modes. Maybe run some kind of VM. What microphones are used for FurCast? These are CAD GXL 2400s. That is a CAD GXL 3000.
And in the box is...
It is a... and inside of the box is actually...
And eventually the entire studio will be filled with
i7 4790K or i7 6700K. For gaming, I would say the whatever.
It depends on what your criteria are. The 6700K has better power efficiency. It is a newer platform, so you get DDR4, so there's better upgradability. But the 4790K is cheaper and will do pretty much the exact same job. So may as well get the 4790K for now.
For gaming, I would get the lower power CPU. Gaming doesn't really need...
Oh, well, no, I mean physical. It's the same processing power. It's the same processing
just
power.
Just the architecture.
But it's just actual physical power, like electronic power consumption.
So yeah, in that case, it's all about, do you want it to run cooler, and also do you want a more modern architecture? That's really... But even that, I don't think will really affect gaming that much. If anything, a newer architecture can be more buggy with things like graphics stuff. So
yeah,
be careful of that.
If you can get it, get the 6700K, like if you can afford it. But if you can't, the 4790 is fine.
Favorite video game? Portal. What did I ever do with my old CRT monitors? Mostly Craigslist.
Craigslist is bae.
Yeah.
Paradox, what does Pharaoh know about tech that you don't?
You know more about DNCS and cable card authentication on...
I know about everything authenticating on usually...
Yeah, I know more about
coax.
DOCSIS. You know more about, like...
Coax and anything coax related.
And QAM stuff.
Yep.
Pretty much QAM stuff,
Edge QAMs, BFS.
Yep. And all
How devices connect.
And writing config files for tuning adapters, don't forget that. I don't know anything about that. Yeah.
They exist.
Yeah. He knows more about, like, TV encryption, TV signal encryption. I know more in comparison and that field about, like, DOCSIS gateway and stuff like that. DOCSIS gateway stuff. I fit a 775 water cooler on a 2011 CPU socket. I don't know how it works.
That's not the best idea because 775 was generally lower power consumption than 2011 CPUs. But
yeah, okay, might as well use your water cooler for where it needs to be.
Yeah, you may as well get a proper 2011 block. So,
yep.
There's uses feel how can I get more download speed from my ISP? You can't. It's not built for it.
The way you can do it is replace all of the equipment that your ISP gives you with your own equipment, because that means the QoS will be on their side and not the equipment. Sometimes you can get a higher speed, especially with things like GPON fiber providers. Great example would be like Verizon Fios, for instance. They QoS at a slightly higher point. So especially with UDP traffic, you can push through at a slightly higher rate. So that's one way to improve your internet speed.
Kind of a little bit, but you're not
a little
really,
bit, yeah. Do something like maybe PFSense, stuff like that. There are certain ways to like combine ISPs to get a faster speed through something like a VPN or like a layer 2 tunneling protocol. But
I was looking at more so like in the general of like, oh, I want to get like they only offer 50 by 5 in the area, and I want 500 by 5.
Well, you can. If you have like a server in a data center, you could get like 2 internet connections and then do like L2TP between them. But the overhead on that is ridiculous. Not to mention that it's just such a hassle to set that up. I mean, you might as well
will just fuck you over too anyhow.
No, they wouldn't. They would allow that. I mean,
they would for the price.
Oh, for the price, yeah. But I mean, if you wanted to, if you don't have any option, I mean,
you'd be bent over a table and just like raped with a contract. They just shove it straight as.
And if you want to get faster speed that without paying for it, that involves basically modifying the firmware in your cable modem. Do a barrel roll like no, I don't want to do a thing like that.
LWR Pharaoh stories ever come back to being a regular thing on the show?
Pharaoh still does stories.
Just need some good ones.
Anywhere I can learn more about the audio system you've been working on? Yes. Go to xbn.fm/diagram and scroll almost to the bottom. Not quite the bottom, but almost the bottom.
Just
and
look
click
for the most recent version.
the latest version number. xbn.fm/diagram. You can see a diagram of the entire audiovisual workflow in the studio.
I still have plenty of stories that I can tell, but I don't know. I kind of have to kind of formulate and write them down.
What is EDM? Electronic dance music. And IDM is intelligent dance music.
Which is such a bullshit term.
Well, it's not a bullshit term. It's just that it's such a wide variety genre. But I would consider like Jack and his computer band. I would consider that, or Jackson and his computer band.
I'm just saying, calling it intelligent dance music is the most like self-centered.
Wasn't the whole idea of saying EDM was just to generically?
That's the umbrella term for
like techno, drum and bass, like because
for anything electronic that you're supposed to dance to.
Essentially, there wasn't a need for EDM until every single person made then you had dubstep, techno, drum and bass.
Techno is actually one of the least common electronic music genres. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Of all, it's actually kind of funny.
It's probably more 90s level, isn't it? Or
no,
90s was more drum and bass.
There was stuff like that. There was a lot of jungle in the 90s. There was a lot of it was just like beat machines and stuff. Yeah, a lot of trance. Trance was big in the 90s.
But see, that's the case in point. It's like, what do you listen to? If you want like,
if you say EDM, you just mean like anything electronic and blah.
Paradox.
I feel like it's more of an expression to like someone who has no fucking idea what music is, to where like you're like, what do you listen to? You say EDM. Like
it's like just saying I listen to
the
rock.
Country, rock,
as opposed to saying I listen to heavy metal or I listen to alt rock or I listen to indie rock.
Yeah. Paradox. Any idea what incoming calls have no sound on? I port forward ports 7,000 and 9,000 on an AT&T modem router. Probably because they're using those ports. Generally, the way they do, like especially IP phone stuff, is all over SIP. So of course. The modem's probably just not smart enough to be SIP protocol aware and actually like do its own stuff. If you really need that port range, I mean, I don't know, might be able to play some tricks with like something like a PF Sensebox or DDWRT or Router OS, where you might be able to get around that. But yeah, SIP protocol is really, really tricky. And generally it wants a whole range to make connections to because it's just annoying like that. SIP is terrible. I hate SIP. Such a broken piece of crap.
I think we should end the show now.
Yeah, I think we should end the show, yeah. Why are Pharaoh's headphones not over his ears? They are over his ears.
No.
Well,
not on that side. Not on one side.
One of them is off.
How long have your audio
the room?
How long have I had these Audio-Technica M50X head? Okay, I'm going to stop you right there. These are not M50Xs. These are M50s. The X came out many years after I got these. Do you still think that you have any new ones in mind? They've become your favorites. These have definitely become my favorites. The only significant upgrade I could really do is to something like the Barodynamic Studio One Pro or Custom Studios.
Custom Studios or 770Ms.
I could get the 770Ms because I did try
the higher SPL.
Higher SPL because I did get these 770s and they do not like how.
Pharaoh, seriously, how are you still friends with CJ the Husky? What keeps you two together even after all the things you've been through? All the things we've been through.
yeah, that's right.
Any experience?
And he's gonna make a stripper bus.
Any experience with the Antlion mod mic? I have heard good things for communication. What is it?
Antlion.
Oh, Antlion. Okay. And then another person says, my mother would remember what's our sound. I've tried everything. Try maybe booting up.
When did this become tech talk?
I don't know. Try booting up a live
when
CD.
People started asking questions.
Don't ask Paradox tech questions because he'll never stop.
Yeah.
I've only spent an average of like maybe 20 seconds at each question.
I know, but they're all tech questions.
Because that's the only things people are
Because once he starts, everyone will start too.
Paradox, how do you determine who you have as a guest or interviewee on the shows? Pretty much just whoever the fuck shows up in our area.
Hi.
Literally, that's pretty much it.
I kind of just said, hey, Paradox, I'm free this weekend. Want to chill? And he's like, oh,
well,
yeah.
I've been friends with you for many years, but I mean, really, it's just kind of friends. We're just friends with people. And then interviewees, usually we just kind of randomly decide when we feel like having an interview. We're like, hey, we should interview this person. Then we like email them.
We try to do them at cons, but then it never works out because we're never together at cons.
Yeah, cons are difficult.
Oh, the camera's fucking up.
Yeah. Oh, probably the...
It was going black.
Oh, it was?
Yeah.
Anyway, to the person saying their motherboard no longer puts out sound, I would say boot up like a live CD of some kind of other OS. Maybe try something like that and see if that helps. But I don't know. Which camera's going black? Is it the main one?
Yeah, it was like flashing off. Like.
Oh, wow.
Well, your camera's back online
As for
now.
Eli Husky,
That's weird.
does On One for All still offer rough machines while commissioning suit? I don't know. I'm not One for All.
Paradox Hero or anyone else, have you had experience with Bitcoin mining or using ant miners? I have not had any experience mining. I know that if you want to mine and get anything significant, especially for the amount of money you're going to spend on electricity, you really need like a custom, like maybe like an FPGA or some kind of custom chip that's
ASICs.
made for mining.
ASICs, yo.
Or an ASIC,
It's the only way to go for Bitcoin nowadays.
Yeah, if you want to mine.
But I mean, unless you're
wouldn't-
setting up the mining server just like for shits and giggles to learn how it works, there's no point in setting it up on GPU mining.
When are we gonna drift a picnic bench?
I'm ready to go.
Let's do this.
How do we? So we have to take the actual, go kart into it, and how are we gonna make an e-brake with the?
Can
we make it the umbrella? So when you pull the umbrella, it e-brakes it.
Hell yeah!
You know what I've done? I've drifted a Muskoka chair.
Dude,
I've drifted a Muskoka
I
chair.
want to do that, and I want to drift a picnic table. This needs to happen, just so you know. Like,
I still want to
we're gonna make this happen.
We need to make it legit though, so it needs to look like an actual picnic bench. Even if we have to make the whole thing from scratch, I am more than willing to cut everything up.
Someone asked another tech question. This is an interesting one though. Would upgrading the video card in my Power Mac G5 fix the video skipping through QuickTime or the HD feed not having audio from you? Okay, I'm not sure why the HD feed wouldn't have audio. Power Mac G5, wow, that's a difficult one. I would say you'd have to find a GPU that's compatible with that though.
Which is like one of two, maybe.
Yeah,
AKA the ones that came out with it.
I don't think there's very many GPUs that'll work on a G5, so unfortunately, yeah, you're gonna.
LWR said, "Have you met King Goose recently?" We met King Goose. King Goose was still there.
What?
MCFC? No.
I didn't go to MCFC.
Well, we went to the MCFC that King Goose was there. It was the big, gigantic goose that just sat on top of the hotel and looked down at all of us in shame.
NVIDIA Quattro FX 4500. I mean, you could try. Like I said, I don't know enough. I know that there's a whole community of people who try to keep like Power Macs alive. So maybe consult some of them and just talk to them.
The only thing I want to do with a Power Mac G5 is take the case and modify it because those cases are fucking sexy.
I had one and I gave away the case to somebody else because it was taking up space. But yeah, they are pretty sexy machines. Do you know if you could have an external GPU through Thunderbolt on a Mac laptop? I believe you can, but I think you might want to do that on a newer version of Thunderbolt.
It has to be a Thunderbolt 3 laptop.
It has to be Thunderbolt 3?
Generally, it has to be specifically designed for that, i.e. something like the Razer Blade Stealth.
Okay. So yeah, you can do it. You just need Thunderbolt 3, basically.
Yeah.
So you need a really modern architecture and stuff like that in order to do that. Non-technical question. You all get 3 wishes. 1 physically possible, like lots of money. 1 physically impossible, like superpowers. And 1 kinky NSFW. Okay, my kinky NSFW would be meeting a centaur in real life and like them like being like in a monogamous or polyamorous relationship with me. The physically possible, probably happiness.
Yeah.
I would just wish for like not like drug high, but like genuine happiness. Like I would wish for that probably.
I think they'd like monkey paw you, and then you'd just be constantly smiling, like Smiling Bob, and you would never be able to like not be happy.
If it wasn't like, let's
Your
assume,
mother died.
But that's what I mean though. Is genuine, you know. 1 physically impossible. I'm not sure. I
Like
don't
superpowers of any sort?
I know. I don't have any interest in.
I want to be invisible.
I just want to be like the crazy.
No.
Yes. I would be like the crazy nerd genius.
I would paint.
person.
I'd make sure I had like just blue spray paint.
Maybe
and every time I thought I heard a voice, I would just spray it in that direction because I know you'd be there.
I want to be invisible, and you can't spray anything on me.
Like you're just phasing through the material.
Like ghost status, pretty much.
Yeah.
You're a ghost.
Production everyone on stream. I'm a furry, but I recently started watching an MLP
Strip
film.
through
What do you
that
guys think
fucking
about
door.
the show? So My Little Pony. I mean, yeah, My Little Pony's.
Can you just drift out of my life?
I don't think any of us really have an interest in it, but why is there hate? The reason there's hate is just because it takes over like porn communities and stuff like that, and furries just don't like that. But I mean, there's not actually hate for the show. It's mostly hate for just like some
it's
people.
mostly
in the
hate for the bronies themselves.
Yeah.
People get pissed off because you don't like it.
Somebody linked a thing for target display mode where you can do things like use an iMac as target display mode. The only thing is you cannot do that on the newer iMacs. Just be aware of that. It's actually an EFI, or it's not just an EFI limitation. It's actually a limitation of the GPU.
You didn't let CJ or me answer the wish question. You just kind of moved on after you answered it.
You guys could have answered it and you were distracted. So go ahead and answer whenever you want.
What was your 3rd wish?
I don't remember. I just wanted to be invisible. That's really it. The kinky one? I don't even know what I would want.
Yeah, the kinky wish is like, what do we do with this? Other than say like furries are real, I guess.
I mean,
Yeah, furries being real, definitely. Yeah, okay, we can all. Yeah, I would be my persona.
Listen, not furries real. I think it'd be cool to like do like the Narnia thing where you just like walk through a closet and then you're just like in a realm.
No,
where it's, like, all furry.
no. I want a fucking tail. I'm sorry. I want a tail. I want a knot. I want to be my persona, hands down.
Having a knot, that'd be pretty good. That's the kinky one there.
Yeah. That'd be cool.
Paradox, what is a good beginner headphone DAC amp, and have you tried a shit stack? I have not gone into any of the shit stack stuff. I can't recommend audiophile
just
stuff.
Get a 2i2.
Just get a Focusrite 2i2. Honestly, just get production gear. Fuck audiophile gear. Get production gear. Most of the like audio production equipment is higher quality than the audiophile shit anyway. Why are you shaking your head? I'm answering a genuine question people have.
This episode is just gonna be like random bullshit towards the end.
Yep.
Well, it is random bullshit towards the end.
How thick are your knots? I don't know.
Fuck if I know.
Do you and CJ have the same laptops? No, we do not. You have a late. This looks like a late 2012, I believe.
Yeah.
This is a early.
No, the reason why I was shaking my head is you're like, oh yeah, let's end the show like 15 minutes ago, and then you just started answering more and more tech questions because people kept saying tech questions, and you never stop answering tech questions when people send you tech questions.
If I could bring back one thing from Canada, even in the abstract sense, what would you take? That's a good one.
Michael Jackson.
No, for me, I would one thing from Canada, probably the more liberal culture.
Yeah,
that's it. Just that alone, because that would solve other issues. How good are you at RPs? I just have real sex.
Everyone else has had more sex than me. Oh.
If you have to ask the question, wait, never mind. Yeah, Focusrite. Oh, is it Scarlet 202? Oh, I love it.
It's going past 11:30 now.
You show that to the camera. Focusrite interface. I love those things. We actually use there's actually one next to CJ right now. There's a Focusrite.
It's made of aluminum, so I could like throw this at somebody and probably kill them. It's got sharp edges. I could throw it at that piece of glass over there and probably.
If I could pick your job and your friends and move to any other city, where would you go to? Oh, that's a difficult one. Maybe like San Francisco or something like that. I don't know.
Honestly, having been to a lot of other cities like throughout the U.S. and England and other countries, I'm good to stay in Toronto.
Toronto would be good if it was warm in Toronto. I would do that, but the weather I just can't do. Maybe London. London would be pretty cool.
London's like colder than Toronto.
Yeah, that's true. Sydney would be cool. I like the
Madagascar.
But
to be away from all of you.
It's not a city though.
Sydney would be.
You can
pretty
never get away.
Yeah, I feel like I'd probably pick London. Not London, Ontario.
That place is shit.
It is shit.
No, Niagara Falls, New York is shit.
Yes, Niagara Falls, America is shit.
What class of audio amps do you prefer? Class A, B, D, etc. Generally A, B. A lot of stuff is D anyway, but A, B.
Generally, it's hybrid D, A, B.
Yep. I like A, B stuff usually.
Flake is shipping us together again.
Who was the last person you fucked? Well, it depends on your definition of fuck.
Like dick in ass fuck.
Like dick in ass fuck. Probably a local for.
Wow.
My hand last night.
Anyway,
true story.
Like, how hard would you hump Pharaoh Paradox? No. Don't even answer. I don't even want to know. Don't even say anything.
I would not hump you.
What are your hobbies outside of FC?
Outside of FurCast?
Yes.
I'm glad I'm not an 8 out of 10.
Why don't you guys go first with the hobby?
Cars, obviously.
Car and drifting.
And drifting. Yeah.
Drift culture.
If I wasn't a furry, I'd probably be a lot better drifter. Because I'd be going to more.
I wish I had free time for hobbies.
Oh, shush. You do.
Mainly just like audio visual stuff and computer stuff and probably computer networking is probably my hobby.
Lights, sound, video, photography.
Photography is another one for me.
Photography.
Yeah.
Hence the rather expensive camera.
How much did you spend to set up all the equipment in your room? I actually answered that question earlier in the show. A lot of money over a very long period of time. Very, very long period of time. Like more than half
I've
a
never
decade.
had a threesome.
What?
Blake asked for when is it?
I've had a threesome and they've all sucked pretty much.
Oh, that was one. I had one.
Threesomes can be okay, but they're all pretty average in most cases.
Yeah,
it's like
it was a good time.
Everybody's too focused on getting the other person off, and it's like
I wasn't.
It's just I don't know. I'm not a fan of threesomes.
I'm selfish though. I had fun.
1 out of 3. There's your answer. Threesomes. Well, 1 out of 3 has fun.
Jerksy says, "What can we do to further the support further support the continuation of FurCast? Probably the Patreon.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's been a big help. That's one of the reasons that we've got a lot more redundant stuff, and we're making the studio more robust, and starting new shows soon is all because of Patreon. So that's pretty much the number one thing I'd recommend. And if you believe you have any technical expertise or skill that you think might be a help of us, send us an email. That's pretty much it. We do need vector designers. We really need vector. Like, yeah. If anybody can do really good vector stuff, that'd be great. That's pretty much it. How old are you? I am 23. How old is everybody?
24.
19.
27.
There we go. Anyway, I think that's it for FurCast. Thanks for tuning in, I guess. Kind of a weird ending to a show, but it was good. So, good night, guys. We'll see you next week.
This is the Zana Broadcasting Network.
And that's a wrap. All this hex all over my screen. Bye, YouTube. Bye. Bye, YouTube. Bye.